But I'm logged in that way. I've got.
How was your holiday? Came back with oh no. I was thinking to do some shopping the day, but last day I felt like need and all that. So oh no, they buy something from my house here. Yeah. But that's what they do. Now at least I'm free and yeah, yeah. Thank you very much for the material. Oh, good.
About what?
Good. Yeah, I still haven't downloaded.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, good, good.
Are you joining?
No, I just.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I can talk and then
Really? Well, that's because they.
we can game plan.
Yeah, that's important.
Exactly. Morning. How are you? Long time no see. She's sick of me. She's sick of me. No. Thank you. What's the word? Oh, yeah. They don't want it.
Well, and then.
If they went, yeah. Really? Is that something? All the way up there.
Yeah.
Like Champlain? No.
So,
Yes.
No, two, convention before.
yeah, well, that's it. I wanted to talk about it today, but we'll sit down and like,
So far.
yeah.
I always have.
Like her and I would like get together, dissect it, and then we'll talk, and then, yeah. No, like, yeah, like, Ruth and I are gonna get together and like bring her, and then we'll have a. No, but. But I really think was a contract, but it come up with a better number. So we have actual numbers instead of just like, you know what I mean? Right.
So I talked about.
Right, well, that's what I want to see, it's like, where are we at? And the margin, what can we do? And now that we're on track, we can do that. Right, well, I have.
Now I'm
Like,
here.
in the next
It looks better.
I guess, because we're kind of set. And he needs to know that, so when people choose food, well, he and I had it the other night, went through all his questions, so he's pretty much ready to go. I know tonight, Pooja had talked about maybe bringing Friday. Right, exactly. It won't be. I mean, just knowing what prices are off the top of my head, I can tell you. So, I mean, it won't be too easy. So, yeah, like, we need three. So, we'll know that by the end of the month, yep. Yeah, so. Put my numbers in, and then have a finance meeting, and, you know, bring in. That's where you did.
I guess right here, and I kind of. Fell asleep and somewhat.
Just a heads up.
So, hello, darling. Hello. Good, I'm good. That's good. Yeah. So I have a table upstairs if you want before you leave, you can get a session. Okay, this is you, I'm not worried too much to give a session. Some people I'm more worried about. But you guys, I'd be happy with the table or something.
So if I hold your hand still, you still talk? I love these people.
Yeah, Italian, I'm almost Italian. Italian don't use words, they just go like.
If you're lucky, they just go like this.
Yeah,
How you doing?
Thank
Well, the parking pass, they had the parking pass. So they can, so they had a bill pen.
Remember, because
Yeah, you need a hanger. It's like.
Well, I got a shirt, if you guys got me a shirt. So that was only 1 year shirt. That was it. It's fine. I really don't do much. I just believe it.
Thank you very much.
No, time to fly. Yeah.
That's time.
For pets, he said he's going to be, because he wasn't here last year. He's gonna make.
Chop.
Time.
Time?
It's 9 o'clock.
It's like,
Yes, sir, good, good. Yeah.
Good morning,
I
ladies
thought
and
I'll give
gentlemen.
it
It
quick.
is 9 o'clock. We'll ask you to please take your seats. Please take your seats. Yours, you have to take out the hallway, go downstairs.
There you go, there you go.
Get in it. Oh.
Right there.
so check it if,
Right here.
Oh,
You can't drink it, but
Need the
it's pure.
Wi-Fi.
And is there anyone on Zoom right now?
I don't see anybody. Let me,
somebody,
because I
Penny's
see
gonna
you
try to
share.
get on Zoom.
Hey, Johnny.
Penny wrote that she's gonna try to get on Zoom.
Okay, well, we got the Zoom on, so I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Johnny, I'm on. Can you not see me?
That's my Zoom screen.
Wait, I hear.
Look, Penny's here. Penny's here.
Do you get
Hey,
your
Penny.
volume on?
Penny, you hear us, okay?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. And can she see the screen all right? My screen sharing working? All right.
Yes, it is working.
Madam Chair. I'm gonna pass it off to you.
I'll find out.
Thank you and welcome. I'm hearing myself twice.
Okay.
And then somebody at the end of the table as well. We're starting now.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So shall I put it over there?
Claudia Frost from 7780. I have the pleasure of advising this group. They keep me in line. Pretty well. So we're going to start with the notes from the previous meeting unless somebody has something that should go ahead of that. You all set?
All
You
set?
have Pooja?
Yes. Hello, thank you, Claudia. So we are in our in-person meeting number 3 and, where's the resume?
You need the minutes?
Yes.
We're on minutes.
Okay, so these are the minutes that we had from the previous meeting on 19th of October that we had on Zoom. I believe everybody has those. It was shared, and if people are not getting the emails, they are already on the NEPELS 2025 share drive. So everybody has access in the room. Anybody has any question?
Motion to accept minutes.
Second.
So Johnny is,
And give it to her.
everybody? Penny is on Zoom. Mhm.
Penny in the sets.
Bob McKenzie. Can you close those doors? Sure. All right, thank you.
Did you get the? Who'd you, yeah,
I don't know.
Everyone-
Handshake.
Um,
Can't get in.
Bob and I said at the same time, but give it to Bob. The second.
Yeah.
Bob seconded, okay.
Everyone okay?
Bob seconded. Everybody good with the minutes?
Yes. Make a motion and stuff.
I'm good.
Good, great, thank you. We move on.
All right, so I'm just gonna close that one out.
Regarding the minutes?
Everybody's good?
Have a motion and a second?
Yeah, Johnny made the motion and Bob McKenzie seconded it. Oh, you did not? Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh,
Stephanie.
oh, and I seconded it.
Stephanie
Okay,
second.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Doesn't-
All right,
It's done.
Okay.
and then financial.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the finances. No. It's opposite.
And go on to financial report. I think we have
Yeah,
two reports. Is that true?
there is one financial report and the other one is budget. And Andy Glacier, he wants to give some update on those things.
I think we should let him.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Claudia. There was a financial report of yesterday on Google Docs, looks something like this. It's really a fine piece of work. The bottom line is you're financially strong. We have 142,000 in the bank. Our bylaws mandate that we maintain between 40% and 80% of combination working capital and cash reserves of the highest expense year in the last 3 in-person cuts. So what that means is we're running about 70% is how much money we have on hand. In the 40% to 80% category, we're at 70%. So we're financially strong. We're in a good place. Also in Google Docs, there's a budget update from yesterday. And I'm happy to discuss the budget anytime. The budget's a work in progress. Upcoming issues, food choices, Rick needs menu choices, I would imagine, for registration.
I'd like to know what I'm gonna eat.
No chicken, no chicken.
No chicken. Plastic chicken.
Invoices going out to the clubs on December 1st for the annual assessment or the registration fee assessment. Those invoices will go to governor-elects because I don't know your treasurers. Go to governors-elect with a request for you to forward them to your treasurers. That invoice will be doable in 30 days. Based on my last 9 years here. This is treasurer, 2 districts will pay within a week, 3 districts will pay within a month, and 2 districts
You're
I'll
recording,
chase right to the end of February. Same 2 districts every time. I think we're gonna, I don't see any difficulty with that. If we're, for some reason, not in the block, we have enough reserves to cover everything. But with the lower prices here in Framingham, I think we're in good shape. We have been in the black every year since as long as I've been treasurer. The last class that lost money was mine.
That's why he's treasurer.
That's all I have. I'll be around.
Hi, Joyce.
If you have questions. Thank you.
Suggesting, some of those reserves to interest income.
The banker in the room has pointed out that our return on our savings account is not at an acceptable level. It's 0.5 of 1%. And Tom thinks we could do better if we move some of that money into a CD or some other vehicle. And,
Online high yield savings account,
So
American Express or something like that. They're operating 4.5%, 5% right now.
yeah, much better. So it's on my to-do list, and I thank you for
Capital One.
shaking the page there. Anybody else? Thank you.
Budget is done. Okay, good.
Thank you, Andy.
The next one.
I know, I gotta get in there, hold on.
To the public image and website update. And I believe that's Pooja and Johnny are work on that. Is that correct?
Public image, yes.
Got pictures
We got pictures.
and stuff.
And Stephanie also.
Thank you.
Would you guys like me to turn off the lights or dim them so you can see a little bit better? Okay. I'll see if I can handle that.
So as
Visiting
far
that?
as public image, we have worked to create speaker bios, or not necessarily their bios, but their advertisements that will eventually start going on social media. We're gonna play a video here in a little bit, our sample video that we've created. When we go forward with each of the things from our district, you'll notice we all have certain colors around our faces. It's pertaining to the district of our logo, okay? So if they are not within our district, for instance, Chris Etienne, Mario, they will have a black ring around their photo, just to identify who's within our districts and who's not. This is gonna be kind of uniform from now through the end of NEPELS. And it's gonna make it easier for our attendees to identify who's within their own color / district. And we'll talk about that with registration as well. Signage, we still working on that. I know Ariel and I have talked a little bit about coming up with some ideas, as far as signage goes. Most pages on the website have been updated to reflect 2025. A lot of it is still in process. If you click on sponsors, it'll say coming soon. Click on registration, coming soon. So there are a few things that are still in the process. On the website under the operating committee, I believe we still have to add the executive committee for 2025. And Rotary resources, there is a tab. We've archived all prior pets into one archive folder. That way, it's still there, but people can access it. However, we don't want to take it off the website. So there is going to be now a 2025 resources folder that is the PDFs for your PEs, your AGs, what to bring, what to expect, how to, run a meeting. We put several documents as well as the 2024 bylaws are now posted on the website as well. So you'll notice that under the Rotary Resources tab on the website. Now, notice, please verify your bio and your photo by November 15th. Some of you have some very old photos. It would be nice to have them updated a little bit. And same thing, if the quality is kind of grainy, it's going to be grainy for everything we do. So please submit an updated photo. And I believe there are a couple people, especially new to the committees, we don't necessarily have your bio to put on the website. So if you don't have a bio, please send it to us so we can add you onto the website. Registration.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah, right. This looks like a recent photo.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah, could you click on that registration link, please?
Give me one
Thanks.
second. It's already, it's already open.
Yeah.
No. I've already got it open.
There we go. 117 days, till pets.
Hell.
It's a countdown.
So, this is the draft of the registration form, and it reflects what the district governor-elects have been making, decisions that they've been making, okay? As of the other night, so I'm sure more things are gonna change over the next few weeks. The plan is for us to go live for the committee on or about December 8th. And then if that all works out, we'll roll it out to everybody else about a week later. It'll stay open until our meal count is due to the hotel, which will be late February. And once that's done, then the online will be shut down and we'll be in line after that. And we don't know what the meal choices will be for folks at that. We're still working that out with the hotel.
Give them chicken.
No chicken,
Chickens are.
except for
premium.
Christine.
They get vegetarian surprise.
Yeah.
Can you scroll, Johnny, can you
Yeah.
scroll?
Yeah. You can
So
hear,
the
right?
form-
Penny and
sorry, the
Joyce,
form
you
is
can
pretty
hear well?
dynamic. If you can click on registration type, please, where it says choose one, and pick president-elect, you're gonna see that things change on the form right away. One of the things that the district governor-elects wanted to do is they wanted to figure out who the Encore, Legacy, Grizzle vets were, the returning champions, presidents, and AGs. So, this is different than what we've done in the past, so we changed the form to reflect that. So right now, what it's doing, and we could change the language on this, this is just where we started here. It says first time in this role, if it is, then they don't have to do anything else, but if you click on no, right underneath it, it'll open up another question, it'll ask how many times you've served. You can, it's not a drop down at this point, you just plug in a number, but we'll change that to a drop down.
Yeah, there are.
If the answer is 10, you have a membership problem, you're close. We'll go for it. And then, you don't have to fill in the name or anything right now, but if you click the districts, you'll see that we've got the 7 districts and other. So what'll happen is we're going to have, no, you're good there. We're gonna have on our badges, we're gonna have lanyards that reflect the colors of the logo and the shirts that the district governors have, shirt colors that the district governors have picked. So everybody who selects their district will end up with a lanyard color. And if you don't select the district, what I just learned, it's gonna be black. I had it programmed for yellow, but I just changed it quickly.
That's nice.
And for 2 reasons, yellow is my favorite color and I had them in stock.
Yeah, let's save some money.
Which is absolutely
Yellow.
fine. And Rotary clubs, so what I'm gonna need the district governor elects to do, and you can share this link, this draft link amongst yourselves, It's just to look at this and make sure all of your clubs are in that list. It doesn't matter, well, hopefully none of the clubs
have
went
to-
away,
that
that could have
link, I
happened,
don't
but if
have
we're
it.
missing a club, let me know.
The
we can
link.
add that to it,
just sent
right? And then.
Presentation link
let's
is
see.
different.
Email, no big deal, the title's actually, right now, it's just showing in draft format, but we don't want the presidents-elect to change their own title. It'll pop up for everybody but the presidents-elect and the assistant governors, so they can plug their title in. One of the big challenges we have, actually, before I get to it, let's just continue where Johnny is. Do you have dietary restrictions? This is new, the way we've done it this year, because in the past, people would just type in no. And then, if they did that, it really messed up their account. So now we actually make them click, and if they say yes, then they can describe their dietary restrictions. It just simplifies things with the whole ordering process, right? And then we have, where the Friday night meal is, if you would just click on that, please. So we don't know what the real choices are yet, but the standard favorites are here. Hopefully you'll narrow these down within the next 30 days or so before we go live. We need those before you go live. So the thought is, just for the moment here, is we're gonna have a badge that's this size. It's 4 by 6. It's a little different in size and shape than last year's. On the front, it'll have, basic information about the attendee. On the back, it'll have their schedule. It'll have the lanyard color for the districts, but it'll also have that Friday night meal. So that'll be on here, so we don't have to hand out coupons. We'll get all these pre-printed ahead of time for the people who register in advance. But for the people who register after our cutoff, or the walk-ins, or the people who lose their badges, or their identities, then we have a printer that will have a special printer, and we'll just be able to print those for those people during the event itself. And so it's a good format. We did it last year at PETS, and then we also did it at the district conference. This is not the PETS one.
Have an insert?
We're not gonna need an insert, because the only people who are going to need anything are the people with the special dietary needs, and we'll just click those on there. There's generally about 20 to 40 of those folks.
Now, my question was, could we reuse the envelope and just do the printing year to year?
Yeah, you can do that. But these are,
Yeah,
and you can slide a pen in the back, but you don't want to put too much in the back because your schedule's fine there.
so at the end of it, people will print in their.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. Go green, right?
Yeah.
So now the big challenge here is this, the hotel. Right? And this is different than in the past. What we did last year was we actually departed from the way we used to do things, and that was we would ask them what nights they wanted, then we'd work with the hotel, we'd set their reservations up. Last year, we started treating them like adults and let them register themselves, which worked out really, really well. But now we have the complication of having 4 hotels, not 1. So what we would typically do with this registration form at the end is we would put a big pop-up up, say, register for your hotel, click here. And then in their confirmation or email confirmation, it would say, register for your hotel. Here's the link. Here's the hotel. Really do that. This system doesn't allow for multiple hotels in that regard. So what we have to do is we kind of have to work around it. And we're going to use some logic, conditional logic, based on what they pick to register as and what hotel the district governor-elects have told us that certain registration types will go to. So president-elects will go to certain hotel, committee members will go to certain hotel, AGs are going to go someplace else. So they'll see that, if you scroll just a little bit, they'll see that when we finally have real links. But then the other thing that's going to happen is they're going to get an email about 5 minutes after they register, telling them to register for their specific hotel. So we worked with Reg Fox, and we've got a way to do that. And then we also have a way, I have to work with the East to see if they want to do this or not. We can send reminders out to those folks a week later or a month later and the like, but we can't tell if they've registered or not. They would just be reminders that would go out with their specific hotel.
I know that the clubs in this area, 7, 8, 10, 15, and 30, don't normally get a room.
Yeah.
And with a limited number on the room, if they pick one of those districts, will it not that on an off.
It's not the district they pick, it's the role that they have. So depending on their role, is gonna drive them to which hotel is available. They don't have to register for a hotel.
So separately, I'm notifying our district, if you are local and not staying, please do not reserve a room. But also, we don't want our PEs registering the first day. We want to open it up to the people that are traveling further. So if the hotel's booked out, but that's separate communication coming from us. Yeah.
Okay, couple questions. On that question that Tom had, will the conditional logic allow you to put a question that says, do you want a hotel in combination with the conditional logic for the position that the person has, so that they have a chance to say, no, I don't want a hotel, and that would solve that?
That gives them an additional question, but we could do that and we'll test it out and see how that flows, and see if it makes sense.
Okay,
The more questions, the more chances of them getting it wrong.
I know. And the other, next thing is, you, where you have down here, it was there, for title.
So,
Yep. Will we have a chance, will there be an option for co-presidents? Because we do have some co-presidents.
Yeah, there are some people.
Tri-presidents?
Yeah.
We have
Okay,
three
so
presidents, one of the clubs.
tri-presidents, co-president-elects, whatever.
Well, there's still a president-elect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's still a president, right?
Yeah.
I am going to be, I am a co-president,
Yes, you are.
so, but that's a title.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Terry was first.
Since the renovation of this hotel, has the number of rooms available diminished significantly?
That's April.
Not significantly, no.
So so the last time we held it there, there were 8 districts.
Mhm.
And that district that left had
Mm-hmm.
50 or 60 clubs that had presidents, that had committees, that all stayed within this facility. So if it hasn't significantly decreased, does that raise the availability in this hotel to be able to mostly host everybody?
No, because what has happened is the Town Place Suites, which is where the people who stayed here last night stayed, is now a long-term stay. So that portion we can't have all those rooms because they have long-term stay guests. So we cannot have all those rooms. So that's what has changed mostly. So we no longer have every single room in this hotel. So that's why we still. Yeah, so that's why we still need the off-site hotel for the AGs, yeah. So it just to keep everyone kind of with their group, we're just saying, okay, AG's over there and president's here, committee members here, so-and-so here, so, yeah. So everyone's kind of with their own group, so.
Christine.
So I guess this goes back to what Stephanie said, because we have co-presidents, and this may be a dumb question, so sorry. So if they keep president-elect and they choose Holyoke Rotary, right? Another person can still go in and choose president-elect Holyoke Rotary Club.
Sure.
It won't be like a one and done, right? So they can all be, okay, that was
Then
my
Andy
question.
knows how to charge.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
I think there's even person here. You first.
Back to the food piece, Rick. So, dinner will be on the badge.
Yes.
So, ambassadors will need to check the badge and make sure they're authorized, right? If there are choices for the meal that night, like fish or, whatever. So it's just gonna be, as the servers come around, you say, I chose this, or will it be on there?
Right on top of their badge.
Okay, so there'll be nothing on the table that tells the server what they need.
Otherwise, we have to have 400. social
Exactly,
security.
exactly. I just wanted to be clear how you were thinking it was gonna work. Okay, thank you.
So one thing to add, to piggyback on everything, is if you are on the off-site hotel, there will be a shuttle from the hotel to here. Ends at 11 o'clock though. So if whatever you're planning to do in evenings, just consider that for that, but it starts like 7 o'clock or 6:30 to come over here to the shuttle. So.
No party for you.
I don't think
There'll be
there's a-
plenty of time to party,
There's plenty of time to party.
plenty of time to party, just have to.
Probably use all my 12 minutes, but go ahead.
Party.
Rick, for those people who are not being paid for from their district, guests, partners, other people, that are part of the registration list, is there a financial piece to this where they can pay for it?
Can you scroll back up to the title?
Yes.
And then just click on the drop down. You can see those roles paid. So committee members pay that, spouses, partners pay that, VIPs pay, which we'll talk about in a moment. So at the bottom, it'll prompt them for an amount.
Payment.
And if they make a donation to the Rotary Foundation, it will also prompt them to put a credit card in it.
That's what I figured.
So you might say, why are we charging our VIPs? Right? Because if you don't put a charge in for a VIP, you give them a coupon that discounts it 100%. But if we don't put a charge in for that, every single president-elect will declare themselves a VIP. And Tom.
We've never done that.
Kelly.
I have some reservations as to you directing all the AGs to another hotel. And the reason why is because I heard a lot of pushback. Last time I was here, this was several years ago, but they were all over there. And the AGs are a really important piece in supporting the district governors. And I really think that you should reconsider moving them to another place, and the ones who are last minuters, they can go to the other hotel.
Well, they can, yeah.
But I'm just saying, I really think that we don't, we shouldn't send the AGs to another location.
Well, it's either that or the committee members. Those are the only two groups that are small enough to be sent over there, so.
No matter what.
Because we have 4 hotel links and it's either that or we have to pick a group to send over there.
But why does it have to be a group? Why can't it just be the late, last minute?
Because we're then changing the links constantly.
Work on the form, yeah.
We'd have to change.
Say, okay, AG and all this.
No, I agree. I mean, I don't disagree with you. It's just the logistics of it are difficult. Yeah.
So that's a policy decision, and when they make a policy decision, I can make it work regardless of which one.
Okay.
Can't you put conditional logic on that?
I can make a change regardless of what they decide.
Okay.
When they decide. You all fight it out.
One thing that I believe is different in past years when we had to go.
PowerPoint, what time were we supposed to get?
At all of this programming. At the government. All the training
Penny, I'll answer it in just a second.
done up here, right? So the
No,
only
that's my
thing that
screen.
we're really
Is your
doing
screen
is
on?
this.
What time?
Is
9:35.
right? Right?
Yes.
He's good.
So that's.
takes care of that.
Yeah, but they're in the same building.
Yeah, it's so.
Rick, we have a question. What are the 4 hotels? Can you just explain that real quickly?
Want me to do that, or you want me to do that?
Why can I can explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the one down the street, so obviously the offsite.
Which is what?
Double check.
To answer your question.
Yeah, so we have, yeah, so obviously there's the offsite hotel, which is, was it half a mile?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doubletree.
which is a double. check.
Doubletree, yes. So here we have the Sheraton, which is where we are now, and we have 100 and what, let's see.
Can you see her? Yeah.
180.
Yeah. No, that can't be right. Anyways, so 100 and something rooms here.
65 minutes per day.
Yeah, so anyways. And then we have the middle portion, which is where you had breakfast. Okay, and that is the Fairfield Inn. That is where the majority of the committee will stay. Okay. And then at the end, which I alluded to earlier, which is a long-term stay, which is where the VIPs will stay. And that is kind of the back. If you think about the hotel as an H, it's the back H. So it's parallel to this portion of the hotel, but you enter and use the same elevators as the Fairfield Inn. So there's 3 hotels on site here now after the renovation. So that's the portion we just don't have the whole part of. If we had the whole part of that, then yeah, I mean, we could fit everyone here. That's just, we can't do that because obviously they're not gonna kick out their long-term stay people, so. And that's where we'll put, you know, our fancy pants people in that section.
That's why we went to the other one, you know.
Mhm. Right. Well, the issue is pricing. It's a third for food here, a third of the price, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going back to.
And all the hotels are attached, so you're indoors for the whole thing.
Right.
For the 3.
Yeah,
For the three.
the 3
For the
hotels
three.
are.
Except the
Trees
double tree,
away.
yeah, all three.
And we'll see.
Level 3 is away, yeah, stretcher.
Rick?
All on the same page, this used to be, this building used to be this area.
One hotel.
One hotel,
Exactly, but
Right.
now the same building is now 3 hotels.
correct.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
3 in 1.
and that's why. we
Depending
have
where you're
3
entering.
links to be able to
Yeah, yeah.
separate out, you know, who goes where,
Good done.
so.
Yeah, we gave you 50.
Well, that was great fun.
3 minutes
Registration's over.
extra.
Thank you.
Good job, good job. Thank you.
Okay, Andy?
Yeah, the best job.
Thank you very much, Ray.
Co-presidents and registration fee. We have not been in a position where we needed in the past to charge co-presidents a registration fee. And that's because the attendance of president-elects has never been high enough that we've been overloaded. No district has ever had every president-elect come. So as we go forward, you do not need to anticipate that there will be a registration fee for co-president-elects. If you've got 55 clubs, you pay for 55 PEs to be here, 45 PEs show up, and 3 co-presidents, we're good. If you've got a club that's coming in with 6 co-presidents, we might want to look at that under the, is it fair to all concerned concept, but, co-presidents probably no registration.
Although one would argue, if there is a club with 6 co-presidents, they should definitely be here for that class on membership.
Yes, exactly.
Six co-presidents.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy, thank you. I'm running a little bit behind, so, I want to make sure that everybody knows who our committee chairs are, so, these are our subcommittee chairs of education. It's Emma and Nicole, who are over here. Okay. Plenary is, Johnny and Lou. Technology, and which includes registration, is Stephanie and Rick. No, you can't do everything. And then finance, marketing, and fundraising goes to Pooja with everybody's encouragement. And
Thank you.
facilities is April, who you can trust.
Oh, yeah.
So now,
April, we trust.
committee updates is
On the
on
back
our
of the
list.
dollar bill.
Let's start with,
Right behind you.
Got it behind you.
okay.
Technology, marketing, and fundraising.
Okay, let's do this
You
one
can't
first.
see it.
Technology.
Okay. Technology,
Claudia,
yeah,
I'll take it.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Don't fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see about the motion because of the press.
Mama. It's a long one.
Whatever messages.
So, Bruce and I have combined and we're working together and it's been wonderful. I'm gonna do this part is, Busha's gonna do the finance on the next couple of slides. Quick update, the website, which you're gonna hear a lot more from Johnny, in a couple of slides. We've done a lot of work to update it. And you're gonna hear a lot more because you're gonna get some emails from me, from all of you, especially the executive committee members and some of the ends. I'm gonna bug you for your bios and pictures and updated information. I hope also to have some time to bug you to liven it up a little bit, because we would like to have some fun pictures of you. So if you can dig out through your, Facebook photos and stuff like that, have some fun, crazy kind of pictures, we'd like to put one of those up if you could. Moving on, honor messages. We have created the honor messages. We're just now working on how to upload them to the website. We're going to be sending them out to each of the districts. The district governor will receive their honor message. They'll tweak it for their district, and then they will send it out throughout their district. We'll have a form that the club members will be able to fill out, upload their honor message with their picture. It'll come into us, and then we're gonna upload it, put it on the website, and we'll probably use them also in some of our social media. Yes, Tom?
You said district governor or district governor?
I'm sorry, district governor-elect. That's a good question.
I know.
At least you know you're awake.
Make up for coffee.
Yes, sir.
Did you find the edited version that I?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So thank you. The whole committee has been working, by the way. Carrie's on our committee. Everybody's taken some of the letters to write. So in the end, the governor-elect is going to do the final tweet, and then we'll send them out to our district. And we're gonna highly encourage our district clubs to participate, because we hope to have some income that will offset some of the cost. Yes, did I hear a question? Is there a cost to pay? Yes, there will be a click to pay. Absolutely. That's the whole point.
It's not there
We want to
yet.
make money. It's $100 for the honor message, $250 for the business cards. We're also working on promotional material. Johnny's turned into our in-house graphic specialist. He discovered Canva, and now he's a Canva demon.
I was laid up for a few days, so I got some work done.
His new name is, was it Diva Cam or something like that? I don't know. We're collaborating with the marketing and fundraisers to set some new goals. We have an email campaign that we want to put together. We're looking at business cards, but we haven't decided on that. And Rick will be working with Rick on the email campaign to incorporate some of the messages that he sends out. So that's pretty much the update. When our breakout group gets together, we're going to be working on a little bit more of those deadlines and what we need to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Turn around and look,
May I see that microphone real quick?
yes, you can.
So this is our little video that we did.
Yes.
Is that a Canva production, Johnny?
It is a Canva production.
It is Canva.
Are you gonna put the dates of pets or pals in there?
It is in there.
It is there.
Someone didn't pay
Okay.
attention.
Yeah. Attention.
I was just checking.
And the time and it. Don't you- Yeah.
It's right before the hotels.
Hey, Mark, that's a really great picture of you.
The what?
Yes. Yeah,
That's the gloves. That I can't change.
that was for you, that was for you. It was for you.
Oh, it's sure.
Tom Polito, yes.
Yeah, Tom, we're gonna get a better picture. Yeah. All right, not too much on facilities. The contract is in place. This is a good thing. So we're official. Yay.
Yeah.
That was fun. There's still some changes to be made, but whatever, they're minor. So, other than that, we are working, as it says, on meal selection. So again, we're committed to, in general, moving away from rotary chicken. So other than on Thursday night, having a choice of chicken parmesan with the pasta bar, you will not be eating rotary chicken. So there we go.
Cool.
Working on that. Friday is Lent, so there will be a fish option, and likely a beef and vegetarian option, is what we are thinking. But again, that's subject to change based on price. So we'll be looking at that over the next couple weeks, but those choices will be made prior to December 1st, so registration and invoices can go up and out in that order specifically. Today, the DGEs and our co-facilities chair, will be crawling around on floors, measuring breakout rooms, looking at, dimensions and making some decisions about, spacing for such. So other than that, there's not too much going on. So yeah, but I mean, it's a lot, but you know,
It's very important.
it's important, but yeah. If you have any comfort or allergies other than food, please let me know as soon as possible. I know I have a feather allergy in the hotel, so to consider that a real allergy. But again, if you have any comfort needs, please let me know as soon as possible so we can coordinate that with the hotel. And thank you, and Mike, yeah.
Okay, April, do you have a sense of how many of our meals are gonna be sit-down plated and how many are buffets?
Yes, everything will be buffet except for Friday night dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Will there be coffee during the day?
All day.
Of course, of course.
Coffee.
Of course. We couldn't do anything without coffee.
Okay, so you gotta.
Oh, you betcha. Ariel.
Are not staying through lunch, they're staying like right up until lunch on Saturday.
Correct. We will be done prior to lunch. How that will work is we'll be all together in the ballroom for a plenary on Saturday morning, and then district breakouts, and then out of here. The committee, however, will stay for a wrap-up meeting, and you will have lunch during that. So you will be fed before you go home. They wanted to give us free booze instead, but I figured everyone was trying it. Oh, that's not good. I know, some of us want.
I know, I'm local.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinks and then go to Aroma Joe's for free coffee.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but want to keep us on track, so,
Right.
but anything else, please let me know, again, if you have any special needs, thank you.
I think Johnny and Luke are next.
Yes.
on the plenary.
Well, did most of the work, John.
All right, so we're currently working on the schedule per day. Some discussions that we've had are the themes for each of our plenary sessions. So that is still in the works, as well as videos. One thing we have not been very good about is taking pictures and videos, for instance, in this meeting, like getting videos of us actually working. Because as you saw in that little quick promo video that we did, I had to use stock videos and all that stuff because we don't have our own. That is something we kind of want to change and
Those pictures of us lying on the floor.
well, that's the next video.
Oh.
So if we start taking more videos of different stuff, and then especially during the events, you may see some videos from last year's events or prior years used in some promo material for going forward. Music, we're gonna be working on a playlist for the 2-day event. Supply inventory, we're working between the different districts as far as a flag list, and then The flags will be suspended from the ceiling, but there's a lot of supplies that we're gonna have to check which districts have. A lot of the classroom stuff is already taken care of within this hotel because they have them built in, so that's great. New England Stageworks is our AV company that we used last year. We're in negotiations with them. We're still trying to get some information. So they should have that to me here pretty soon. And then class-led themes. We are still in discussion about, for instance, the DGN meal. They are the ones that kind of take the lead on that. So we're still trying to lock in that if and how we're gonna do that. But you wanna add anything?
Well, I just want to thank Victor again for the nice timeline. It's going to be very helpful. I found for the plenary anyway to get the dates, and then I'll share that with you, Ariel, and for your team. We have a nice timeline there. So if you don't mind, I'll share that with the DGN. Well. Yeah.
We're just gonna have that up in the main room as
Yep.
people come in. Yeah.
And she's wearing yellow, right? I don't know if you know that she is wearing yellow.
Okay, so Nicole and I are the education chairs and we're having so much fun. Yes, you gotta stand up. So we'll keep this quick, but we're just gonna give you an update. So the President-elect Friday breakouts, that's gonna be one of the focuses that we talk about today, in regards to what we're gonna gain from the content. The AG Friday breakouts are, also in the process. Of course, everything is in the process. We have some meetings set up with the AG facilitators. We're gonna be bringing in the RI reps that we have here to help engage with that. So they're all gonna be very engaging breakouts. Rotary Action Plan, the plan is to immerse that in all of the breakouts and the plenaries. That's gonna be really important. And you wanna touch on the facilitators?
Sure.
Enthusiasm.
Sure. So everyone has been tasked to submit 5 members of their districts to be considered as a facilitator. We have decided this year to change it a little bit. We've all talked about, our theme about learning with fun and adapting with purpose. And so with that being said, the plenaries, everyone has a modules to learn in the Learning Center. And the breakouts are gonna continue from what we hope and expect for them to continue to complete. So with that being said, there's gonna be more interaction and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So today, our goal is to get our calendars together and start figuring out who these facilitators are going to be from each of your districts. So we're very excited about this because there's been really a lot of encouragement and what do you call it, excitement. So yeah, that's good. Yes, Tom.
From joining, Tom Dump, his title was age. He's also now director elect, where I think zone the 33 and 34. So I think you should also.
So we'll update that. We asked him what he would like his title to be when we asked him for the slideshow, but we can double back and Emma and I will be meeting with him and we can ask if he would like us to update, because we wanted to make sure that whatever we use in any of our promo, that we were adjusting everybody's title and acknowledging that in the way they would like to see it. But thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that video will actually be posted on our Facebook page in 11 minutes. So, but after that, we have, it's scheduled for 10 o'clock. But all their speakers have their little squares that we'll start posting later, but we'll make sure to update it if that's what they want changed.
Because the rooms here are different, so this is a good 40-person room for a big thing, but a lot of the rooms downstairs are 20-person, so are you using just, last year they had 2 or 3 facilitators in a room together, but in those small rooms you'd be overwhelmed, so are you doing a
So we've already addressed this a few times within our education meetings, is the fact that last year, most of the rooms had 3 facilitators. We know downstairs there'll be two. Why will they be two? One person is obviously addressing the group while somebody else is moving around. Everyone's gonna have a microphone. So we do not wanna take away from the discussion. 3 in some of those rooms will be overbearing. So that is why we will be only using 2, but each room will have at least 2 people. So, but last year, every room had 3. We know we're not gonna need 3. Anyone else? We'll have more when we come back. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you.
Any question you want the online?
We have 3 breakout places. One is the Belmont room, which I think is downstairs, yeah. The private dining room, which is,
It's in the restaurant, but to your right, if you go past Starbucks and to your right, it'll be there.
and you also have here.
So I would say probably plenary and facilities downstairs.
In Belmont?
Yep, technology can stay here. Oh, we're not there yet. We still have a couple more slides, but technology and marketing stay here, and then education, if you want to go to the private dining room.
The bar is closed. I'm very happy. We're gonna do work.
We are.
Yay. So,
So we've had many people volunteer to take on the NEPELS 2028 chair roles.
I wanted to do it twice, but they wouldn't let me.
But the decision has been made that Nicole and I will help co-chair 2028.
Thank God I'm retiring into 2027.
And now is the breakdown.
Congratulations. We're very happy from their classmates of DGEs to have both Nicole and Johnny represent the next incoming class. And God bless them.
congratulations. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Terry
has something.
Maybe let's run to those committees, so could you kind of tell us where you want us to go?
Well, I can't put your committee leaders on, can.
Marketing and fun.
Sorry, pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
All right. What's next?
So everybody know where they're
Or
going to
somebody's-
next, and we should try to be back.
Yeah, but the timing's off because of internet.
Go pee.
Mostly working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, I guess I saw that. Saw that.
How it's like
Yeah, it's
the
all-
4 videos. that-
yeah, we had for,
So.
it's a little bit of, it's wonderful. Mhm.
Hold on.
Back in here.
We downstairs?
We're downstairs?
Going downstairs, yes.
Yes,
So,
plenary facilities, Belmont downstairs, marketing and fundraising here, and education and speakers over in the private dining room.
So Julia asked if you can record your marketing.
okay, so we have to have it online then, okay?
Yeah, so I am,
I have not created a link.
no, but you're on the Zoom call.
Yes, I am.
So I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so
I can have this meeting join because there were 2. One is, I don't know why the 2 come.
no, but I'm saying
Yeah, for Julia, we can do that.
for your group. Joyce is on.
Joyce
your
is on
committee?
ours. Yeah, Penny's ours too.
Okay, so I just don't know how that's gonna work.
Bruce,
Bruce should be on plenary. So could the 3 of you hop on your call and then we'll come back together after?
sure.
Okay.
I can
That work?
pause this one, but it will go away after now. So I can pause this one right now. And I can join this meeting.
So
that comes
Joyce
to
and
me.
Penny,
Because
who's just gonna set up her?
the other day I recorded, but it never came to me. I don't know where it went because I was logged in at Town Anchor, so maybe it went to him or I don't know. But
So
it's okay.
Who's just gonna start a Zoom call with you two
It's
for the
the
marketing
same-
section?
It's the same Zoom call. right?
Well, that's the thing. If
Yeah.
we're downstairs talking, it's gonna be talking over your people.
Yeah.
So,
So I have to create another link for that. That means.
yeah, so if you wanna start a new Zoom for them to join you.
A problem here.
Right, come on.
New Zoom mine will be 40 minutes only.
Well, this is on, it's just a breakout.
Yeah, breakout is 1 hour, 20 minutes.
I can set you up one. Hold on.
I have a Zoom account too. I could set it up if you want.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
All right, so
Thank you.
Penny, if you don't mind starting a Zoom call and then
And
marketing will
just,
hop on that one?
yeah.
Or marketing tech,
Yeah.
and then Bruce can.
Yeah, can you?
stay on
Okay, so
one.
Johnny, do you want me to text you the link and then you can put it in the chat? Cause once I sign off of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can do that.
Okay, you're gonna text it to me?
No, we'll put it in the
Chat.
chat
Put it
for
put
this
it in the
one.
chat, thank you, that'd be great.
Yeah. Put in the
Okay.
chat, so we'll join from
Okay.
there.
I'll be
Thank
right
you,
back.
Penny. Okay, see you soon, guys.
Hi, ladies and then gentlemen, I'll see you here in a second.
So I switch off.
She's already left, so she can put it in the chat. She's not gonna put it in the chat.
In the free.
So we didn't forget about you guys. We're just locked out of our room right now, so we're just waiting to get in.
For work things,
Oh.
but
Phone call.
Okay, thank you.
All right, where do we have? Dick, this is gonna help us a lot. So, where's Luke?
Yeah.
So Dick just emailed me this morning, which was the
Last year.
day by day, like plenary planning. Because I know as far as the E's go, we've been in discussion as far as plenary themes, and having the classes, whoever's hosting that meal, take charge of that event.
Perfect, thank you.
The only issue we're running into currently is Friday as a backup in the event Mario's flight is delayed. That's gonna throw a kink into quite a bit. The way we currently have it now is Friday evening, Chris and Mario are presenting. And then Chris will also present with Cindy Saturday morning. In the event Mario, it's just switching. We'll have Cindy do something with Chris Friday night or whatnot. But no, so this, we're gonna work on editing for this year.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's was a missing part, like being far, Johnny is being here could only, and being stuck home, not stuck home, but stuck home. Was able to do a lot of things but I didn't know where to start, so that's gonna help, and what Victor sent this week too. Gonna help us, gonna help me be able to contribute with John.
not yet. That's the speaker department. That's not us.
Okay.
He was asking if we've assigned the aides to our VIPs. We have not, just because that's not our department. Some of this we've already kind of gone over as far as the imagery and graphics. We're trying to do this across the brand for all of our events, based on your district and your lighting. We'll have all of this. The color schemes, we've got, like, for instance, Michael McGovern's polio chair, so he's got a special little thing. There's some information that we are missing. These are gonna be what we're using for social and website announcements as far as releasing them individually, not all at once. Again, if they are outside of our zone or outside of our districts, they will be black. There are a couple people that are, keynote speakers, like Bruce is 7980. He's not really, I know, he's not really here, but it's his district, so he will be getting that color. Same thing with Kate Sims. So trying to keep in uniformity with our branding. We're going to be doing this across the board for everything. Same thing with social media. We've already scheduled all the posts for holidays. So this is a mix of marketing / plenary. Like, I've been tying everything kind of in together and making sure we're hitting all the correct holidays for everybody.
You had time on your hands.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So, Luke, what are your goals to get through for today?
Survival.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I think. Not, so sure, we've got the flags, we need to cover that, some of the steps you took. I mean, for me it's more to go and study what Vic said, to get started properly on the plenary. I got a good idea with Victor's, as I said before, that, goal for today, the updates. I'm also that's what Victor sent, with the timelines and the different dates, so that's going to be helpful. And we are working with the to get the facilitator, although it's not directly us. We're working at this other team. That's what I've been doing anyway most of the last couple of weeks. that review the various applicants and stuff, so.
I feel like a lot of what we're doing, we can't necessarily plan until we get the information from everyone else. So it's like,
And that's what.
we don't
I
want to go
have-
too far forward, but at the same time, it's like, we have to do stuff. And then fill in the pieces later.
Yep.
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? So we're being charged for those seats. So why don't you guys utilize them?
Yeah, please, put your butts in the seats.
Bring the sheet. If there's room on the table, computer.
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah, we can squeeze them.
I gotta see this.
So what are your, what's your plan for what needs to be done in November and December?
Yeah.
I mean, what I sent you is.
So again, I haven't
The
had
whole Program needs to be defined in an outline format.
by the end of the year. Okay.
Well, the timeline is sort of where are the milestones that Victor said.
Yeah, so we technically haven't even confirmed.
What? I was pointing
Yeah,
for
we're-
Dick's, one of the important ones before the end of November is the topic goals
Microphone.
for the, for the plenary sessions and the breakouts. We want those topic goals, because if they just feed them to us one by one, we can start working on those sections.
Which I believe we have those already, correct?
I believe we do.
Okay, put them in they should be put into the draft schedule that you have, Johnny?
They are.
The topic goals, very specific so that we know what videos to look for. And what videos to introduce the speakers.
Yeah. If they have their own video or their own.
Yeah. So we need to know from the speakers themselves, do they want an introductory
Friday.
video at the end of the meal?
So, like Thursday nights, engaging humanity. This is so the first plenary foundation is Friday morning with Mike McGovern and Rebecca. And then the breakouts for foundation public image, DGN introduction Friday afternoon. And then the action plan will be Tom Gump with Stephanie or Chick or.
Well,
Abe.
for these two breakouts,
Ties into the first plenary.
right, but there was a goal for those breakouts. You know, there's a 1 minute intro to each of those, and that
Video,
will be
yeah.
the most difficult to fill in.
Okay.
So we want those as early as possible. What is your goal for that breakout? That skit or whatever that thing is that we can extract from relevant videos.
Yeah, I might be, what are you doing for, polio? Then you want to have
Video.
a polio video,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So not just foundation, but more specific.
Very specific.
More
Got it.
specific, very specific,
Right,
and run that by the speakers.
right.
Yeah.
And,
Do
you
they
can
have
tie
a
it in.
favorite intro?
Right.
We can suggest intros, but
Okay.
Right.
they may have a
Start
favorite
with
they
that
want to use.
And obviously, you have Mike McGovern, you might want something about
Polio,
polio.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly.
So like same thing, Tom Gump's gonna be talking about the action
Action
plan, which
plan.
is gonna lead into an interactive activity using the action plan.
Right, but what is the goal of the facilitators
At the end of
here
the day, yeah.
to prod that discussion, that first intro video? To prod the discussion.
There are many videos on the action plan.
Yeah, so we want, as you finalize some of these things, just shoot them our way and we can start.
Okay.
Even if we don't use them, we can at least start.
So Johnny, I think that what needs to be done then is to connect with Emma and Nicole and Julia and Laura. Say, okay, now I think they're pretty ready to get us started
Mm.
on the topic and get, I don't know if you have them, but get the info of the various speakers.
So I have asked for like speakers videos, if there's a certain video they want played before their introduction. No, I've asked
Okay, you've
Oh,
asked for.
yeah,
April and
Emma
Nicole. I mean,
Emma and Nicole.
Emma and Nicole,
Okay.
because again, I don't want to just go straight to the speaker,
Yeah,
but
that's it.
it's 6 months away, like they don't necessarily may not know right now what they want to talk. Granted,
course.
Chris, she probably plays the same like 4 or 5 videos, so it's like, oh, just pick one and use it. But I've requested that. I just don't think we've given them a deadline, and that's what we have to start doing is giving deadlines. Like, I need a video by this date, I need pictures or whatever by this date. So I think that's, yeah. And put it on them, say, hey, notify all your speakers, we need XYZ by this date. If we don't, it's fair game, and we'll just come up with it on ourselves.
I know it's somewhere, in the bylaws, but you know, what classes at what meal.
Yeah.
So you have to find that.
That's in the bylaws?
It is.
It is.
Procedures.
Procedures.
Oh,
So obviously,
procedure.
Yeah, policies and procedures.
Yeah.
Overly specific.
So
I misspoke.
same thing, I'm assuming Mario and his team will have certain videos that he wants to play ahead. So I'm guessing that would be a you and Claudia question
With
versus,
his aid,
Yeah.
yeah, whoever that is.
versus Emma and Nicole.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can do that.
And then as far as in the event of a change, is that, so I know our conversation was everything was by the minute,
Yes,
and there was like, what, 10 seconds of
yes.
wiggle room?
We're gonna have to have two storylines.
two
Two PowerPoint decks.
And just switch the cord of which computer's playing it?
Just switch it.
But then also you have to have a plan C with no Mario at all. Because every year we're here, there's a blizzard. So he may not even get in at all. So I hate
Global
to-
warming, we're fine.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But I hate to say it, but.
Sorry, I think that the fact that if Chris is picking up Friday night, there's still Cindy in the.
For Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
so
it would be two programs for Friday night.
Yeah.
Saturday, regardless of Mario doesn't show up or not.
Yeah.
It's the Friday night, okay, Mario's here or he's not, and it's either Mario or Cindy, Chris. And then Saturday, it's either Chris and Cindy or Cindy, like.
Okay, yeah.
In my year, we had a speaker not show,
Yeah.
and
remember that.
Mike McGovern stepped up to the plate on about 20 minutes notice and ripped off an unbelievable speech.
Unbelievable.
Out of here.
Mike McGovern will talk.
Talk about anything.
Go ahead, Christine.
I had to be on the planning committee for the pets that was in the pandemic, so it can't hurt to see if Mario can send you a video, short video message in case it happens. Whereas Cindy may take over,
Yeah.
but he could still give some address
Great.
as, you know.
A backup plan.
Cause yeah,
It
cause
can't
there are some pets that'll only have the video, so he has a video. That's right. He'll have one, yeah.
Cause that's what Jennifer.
Sorry, we
did.
couldn't make it in person, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
A third alternative is to have him zoom in if he's trapped someplace.
Logistically, can we do that in the grand ballroom?
able to do that.
Oh, he'll be on a
Yeah,
plane.
we can do that.
He could be on a
Because-
plane though.
He'd be on his phone.
Yeah.
Well, on the plane, I don't know.
We
But-
can present a video
Okay,
from him via Zoom.
okay.
It would not be interactive. I would recommend it not be a
Interactive.
two-way street with
Yeah.
him. But he can certainly
Well,
present
and
via Zoom.
Sure, eventually, hopefully, even if his flight is late, so what would be really cool is if we had a backup video, it plays and like.
He wants it.
Comes up from the back.
The last time he was coming from California.
That's what happened.
He's coming.
He lands what, roughly 5 o'clock
5 o'clock
Friday.
on a Friday
Friday.
afternoon in Logan.
at Logan.
Yep, so that's
Right.
why we're like,
Well, that's why we have him, that's why we're sort of pushing dinner later.
Yeah, we're
pushing-
pushed
yeah,
dinner.
so-
I could get the hotel to get the helicopter.
That's the only thing.
charge it.
Right, to get the helicopter, right?
Yeah. You know, no, literally, he could,
You got your flashers in the car. right?
he could land early and.
All right,
not be there until
so
8:30.
Bob is going with you to Logan.
Yeah, bring your flashers, right?
The state police does do that.
Yeah.
You have a contact. We used to do that.
How much does that cost us?
Sauce and cherries.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Dunn
Gave us Mass State Trooper.
is a Massachusetts state. Susan Terry Dunn.
Yeah.
There
That's
we
a good
go.
point, yeah.
Do they charge, they
Yeah.
charge for that? Like,
No, they won't charge. It depends who it is and what it's for, what the cause is.
Yeah.
They won't charge. If it's just somebody like,
Important.
The town of Ludlow, they will like, they pay for the cops for overtime for our events. They pay thousands and thousands of
And they
dollars.
pay it.
Because well, that's a lot of money.
No, they
so
don't.
7930,
so what I suggest,
who do you have contact wise for state police?
so what I suggest is we bill Kenny Bunkport Police.
Yes,
Charge,
blame
and state
them.
police coming.
And I'm fine for that because.
No. I think actually,
What are you
I
doing, that, man?
remember, I'm in my club who's retired trooper, so let me find out.
Police escort.
Hey, you know what?
It's worth
You never
asking.
know unless
Exactly.
Yeah, I do have a question, because you guys are being, silly, so I'm not sure
So?
what to take for granted.
Okay, go ahead.
Not to take for granted, so should I reach out to Suzanne Sherry?
I don't think it hurts.
It won't hurt. Do this.
It can't hurt.
What's the worst?
What's my specific question?
Her son is a state trooper.
Yes.
We're wondering if they could get a police escort for Mario to here.
Which
Bruce,
market, yeah.
NEPELS 23, that's like last year, 2 years ago.
What?
No, so Bruce is asking, if we should do a hashtag for different stuff. Yes, I agree. But I think we should have a couple of them, depending on what it is.
Bruce, can you hear us?
I hear you.
Alright.
But I would like one, like any pills, like different versions of it, because you're gonna get people that even almost pets, but I don't want to use pets, but people are gonna use it.
Pets, who wants to say pets?
Make it any,
Well, maybe
like,
and
any
then
pet
we get
only.
all three of
Yeah.
That's kind of the two big ones, and then
And even if you
any
get two out
pulse
of three,
general,
you don't know.
Yeah.
any, not NE.
Yeah.
ANY.
That's it.
Nipples.
Think we want him arriving in the back of
We
a
use
police
that.
car.
But I like the idea of carrying them off and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Big things is they had sorry.
I know. Yeah, this is close, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. so-
I'm finding out also,
Thank you, Dick.
Luke, I'm seeing that, if I have a contact with Steve as well.
Sorry, you should.
I'm gonna see if I can.
I realize I
get a
haven't been sharing
contact
my
as
screen
well.
with you guys, so I apologize.
Yeah, but
Um,
you do your thing,
This is what
yeah.
we were talking about as far as the timeline goes.
Yeah.
And then we were also looking at another,
No, thank you.
No.
So.
this is kind of what we're talking about as far as the different things being scheduled right now. And then Saturday, we're switching to membership with Chris at the end. I totally forgot that we were on Zoom and I wasn't sharing my screen. So like everything we've been talking about, they've just been looking at us.
Oh,
My bad. But this is where we have been discussing about having the different breakouts of each of the plenaries. So this is something that we've got to work on for our year as well.
If I can also just mention one thing, in general, last year was very produced. And whether we did it right or we did it wrong, the PEs had no idea if it was right or if it was wrong. So if something happens, roll with it. Who cares? Have fun. So, don't forget that.
We did roll with.
Oh, yeah, we did. But, and no one knew. Well, we knew, but no one else knew.
My conversation with Mark from New England Stageworks is, one, I still want to see a quote. I haven't gotten anything from him. Two, I've expressed our concerns of access to information, so captioning on live videos, because no matter how many videos we post in a presentation or whatnot, yes, they're captioned. The issue is people that are speaking during the event, there's no captioning, so therefore people are missing what's being said. So I had requested getting a quote on live captioning. What they do is a live feed that goes to a company in Florida and they just sit there and type during it.
Really?
And they charge by hour. So we're still trying to get a price quote for that.
But then
But
that becomes a crawl on the bottom of whatever's being shown on your.
Yeah.
When the screen that goes on.
And some of your speakers aren't gonna want that.
so we'll reiterate the importance of accessibility. So yeah, and that's a very big thing with our class. And if that's an
Yeah,
issue,
yeah.
too bad.
And you can crawl at the top too. I mean,
Either
on
or.
the other-
You can call, yeah.
If you
But-
crawl at the top, it's easier for people to see.
So-
As long as we adjust whatever else is on.
Yeah.
So that being said, we're trying to see if we can get their speeches ahead of time to preload it versus doing the live captioning.
Yeah, but people go off.
They do go off script and then.
I go off.
But at least they have.
Yeah, they have the gist of it.
If you could have the basic, that's gonna be.
I mean, and if they have an issue with it, look at our action plan, we have to adapt.
Yep.
It's right in there, so.
So we haven't, Mark said, I'll get you that information. I still haven't gotten. So I'm like,
When
what's
did you, when did he say this?
Well, there
Over a
must be
week ago?
software available, so we don't have to do it live too.
there's ways to do it where it's
Yeah,
just,
I mean, we don't
One of us could
pay a live.
affect their
person.
typing.
I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, but me too, yeah.
I do have concerns with the software, just because what I've noticed is, something that uses a lot of jargon, as I think unfortunately Rotary does, the jargon and the abbreviations will get really garbled. I think most of the words.
It's gonna be people angry when they don't know what's going on.
versus saying AI live captioning.
But we,
Schedule.
I mean,
Get up there.
it also has trouble with accents and, but Mario was pretty clean.
He's got a very good,
And-
he's got some dialect to it, but it's still,
And all
very
the
understandable.
speakers that we've got right now, I don't think have strong accents.
no.
No.
I mean, Kristen are like little O's.
But don't you know, yeah. Oh, no, Tom is from Atlanta, but lives in Minnesota, so he doesn't have he'll be fine.
Southern.
He spoke it out
Minnesota.
on an event.
And hopefully, we're gonna insist that people don't use acronyms, because that's very much off-putting for.
No. Especially new presidents. They're like, wait, what? What's that mean?
This is a learning event.
Yeah.
Forbidden anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Jargon and
Right.
all.
A lot of these PEs are, yeah, what?
The
once a
PE,
year
right there,
for presidential
the president-elect, northeast.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
so it was funny when we sent out that, facilitator request. And I was like, oh, we're, P's. I got a response like, what do all of these acronyms mean? And I'm like, I figured everyone knew what a PE was. I was like, so
No.
a president-elect is a PE. So like, not to be rude, but I was like, I just explained it, but I was like, I didn't even think about that. I'm like,
For you to see why a person was described as right. When I did the code for Toronto, that's one of the reasons we did one that was all acronyms and people were laughing.
Yeah.
Why is it, like, why is that person right?
and we're like, you don't want to know.
Our pick, or, on the, yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This,
So Bruce, you've done more events than most of us have. What is your recommendation? Does the live captions actually capture quite a bit of information that is accurate, or are there still some issues?
I haven't done many of these events with live captioning. I know that even at the Rotary Convention, for those who went to Singapore, it was mostly good, but when it's not good, it's really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to play with it, try it out, and see how it's going to work. But I would think that doing what you were saying, where you send it and somebody in real time is typing and transcribing it, would be cumbersome and not real time. And so you'd be better off doing an AI and suffering with whatever shortcomings it might have than suffering through the delay of having somebody live trying to transcribe. I don't know. You can get a price and test it and see how that works. I wouldn't think that works. And then the other issue we came up with, that's not an issue here, I don't think, although Luke might feel otherwise, is translation, French translation. And we're trying to figure that out for next year's zone. But that adds a whole nother layer of complication to it. But I do believe that from a disability standpoint, trying to offer some kind of live captioning is important.
I think, to answer your question, Bruce, I think that the live captioning would also help the French speaking to read it.
Because they can read the English better than they can than hear it, especially if there's any kind of dialect. Yeah, I get that.
Oh, I feel much better than
And the other thing is you can capture the live captioning and make it available for people to read the transcript afterwards.
Which then also,
Yeah.
so we look at this multifaceted way, because you have a transcript, then you can play it audio for someone that's blind, that
Right.
like it not, so. I don't know.
I'll tell you another way people are doing this stuff is with Zoom. So you feed your video feed and audio feed. Really, all you need is an audio feed. You feed that Zoom to Zoom, and then Zoom creates the captions automatically. That's a really inexpensive way to do it. But
It's cheaper to do it that way.
So can we have a live Zoom feed on the background with our speakers?
You can have that.
Victor and Dick can do anything if they figure out how.
We're gonna have to, we may need to get a dedicated feed from a wireless point of view.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah.
There's
you know,
enough
we don't want to
bandwidth.
have the Zone Institute problem where everybody in the room is on the wireless.
Yeah.
And we can't get what we need.
Okay.
But we did, I mean, Newton gave us a higher speed.
Yeah.
Well, we can do
Wireless.
wired.
They're just gonna charge us.
Zoom,
Well, maybe, I don't
We
know.
can do
what-
wired,
We
yeah.
could, well, then we can definitely. do
Yeah,
it.
like you guys can have a wired.
It's gonna be local. It's not good.
And then, I mean, everyone else can be dealing with the wireless.
But we also have to be sure that there's enough bandwidth even on the wired.
Yes.
'Cause
Mm.
we
I
don't
mean, we're
wanna
gonna have to
have,
pay for it,
we
but.
don't wanna have the wireless
Do it.
feeding into the same.
Small money.
Right.
yeah, it's-
Andy, take up for
I
it.
agree.
We have the money, but I mean, not that we
Wow.
wanna spend, but it's accessibility. I mean, you can't avoid it.
And that's been a big thing about us. It's like, okay, do we want to, our goal is to constantly be trying to save money here, here, and here. But then it's like, oh, well, you have an expense here. I get that's an expense. However, it's about accessibility. And
It's
that is what
value.
we've been pushing for
Yeah.
years. Like, it has to be accessible.
It's a value expense.
Yeah.
You save money where you can.
Yeah.
That's, it's a balance.
No.
I think
there's
enough options between like the live captioning and AI option through Zoom.
Yeah.
There's enough that we can find what's the most economic and
Yeah.
best option. And then you just run, when you have a speaker or something, you run Zoom on the screen, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Jenny Bruce actually just said, can you turn on the captioning on your Zoom right
Oh,
now?
yeah.
And test it
There
out?
you go.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to. It's under more.
Yeah, caption language English, right there.
Say something.
Look at that. Oh,
Look at that.
Look at that.
Let's not.
Knuckles.
I think that's the best way to go without even looking at anything.
Knuckles.
What did
It'll
you
pick up
say?
different
Jenny
words.
Pels?
Jenny Pels is Knuckles.
Maybe we turn it off for this meeting. So it's.
Jenny Pels says.
Jenny
Knuckle.
Pels, yeah.
Jenny
It's not
Pels.
perfect. I didn't say it was perfect.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm turning that off.
No,
But one of the problems with this is that we got multiple people
Talking.
talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we would have a single microphone feeding
Mhm.
the source for the Zoom.
Okay.
And that makes it much clearer.
Yeah.
And even if we have a remote, if the speaker remote, like it's Mario.
Yeah.
If he has a clean room that he doesn't have a lot of people in and a lot of background noise, then he can get it pretty clean.
Okay.
And it is, I'm unfortunate, if you're watching television and watching live transcription, it's never 100%.
Yeah.
Johnny,
So-
we can ask all the speakers, do a Zoom session by themselves, turn on the closed captioning and see how it works for them,
Yeah,
For
like
their
different-
accent.
for their speech.
Well, yeah, even take a recording of something they've already done
And
and
just
play
play
it through Zoom and see how it works.
Well, I was thinking as they're doing their speech, they can practice a paragraph and just see how it works.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the
Everybody can
cheapest
turn
way
on
to
just
go.
a- Start a Zoom
Yeah,
session
it's
all by
right here,
themselves.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the cheapest way to go.
Yeah.
Cause I need a new car.
The new Pels car.
The Pels car, yeah. Fell start.
What color is gonna be?
Rotary blue.
Rotary blue. What district is that?
So now we're all reading the capture.
Dark
Yeah.
blue,
Yeah.
Maine,
Okay.
dark
Well,
blue is
okay.
Maine, like.
And it's picking up, the things that I'm saying pretty, clear. It's no surprise I stutter, so it's popping up okay. So I mean,
Yeah,
if it's
Do we have control of that?
picking me up.
I don't think,
I think
I
it'll be
want
okay.
that to be on the screen. If it blocks the speaker.
Yeah, I want like a
we want
one-liner, like,
crawl, so we may.
so I'm wondering, can we?
I think you can set that.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, you make it wider.
You can drag it to different parts of the screen depending on how they're speaking and where they are on the screen, and you can broaden it and.
If we
It's
did,
got a humongous.
So even though Bruce is speaking, you notice it's above, so you still see him.
Right.
So if you enlarge the picture, yeah, you can put it where, like Johnny, where your picture is, just move it all the way up there.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of trade-offs and payoffs. So if, somebody mentioned this before, first of all, you're not going to have 5 people talking at once, so that makes it easier. The audio feed will be much cleaner. Right now, I'm listening through earphones and people who are far away from the mic, I can't hear them well. And yet this is picking it up pretty well. And people are forgiving. I mean, they watch captioning all the time, probably at home, and they're used to seeing names garbled or jargon garbled. And so, I mean, if NEPELS comes out as Jenny Pels, people are going to be okay with that.
That was better. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll say because he's the one,
NEPELS.
there's no interference with everybody else, like Dick said. So as long as one person speaking, it'll come out clear. That's the best way to go.
Yeah.
We solved it.
And you can capture this text and save it, something like it.
Yes.
Just like recording a Zoom, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can make a song out of it.
And it's also gonna be up on, it's gonna, be up on a huge
Screen
screen.
too,
So
yeah.
the font will be bigger.
Yeah.
You solved your problem.
A good question that if we are going through Zoom with all of this, there is the option to just record all of our speakers that way for folks who can't.
Which- which is-
Share that.
I thought we
Yeah.
were recording them anyway.
Yes, it's recorded.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just record the Zoom.
By the people who, record it. It's always,
You don't even have
yeah,
to-
yeah. But it's right here too. But we pay for that, right?
What's
We
that?
pay for the recording from the AV people.
Yeah.
So maybe
If we can do it right here for
negotiate that
free.
out of contract. They're not gonna like that.
Oh, well, we're giving them some business is better than no business, right?
We did not.
Cover you can.
Okay.
The problem is.
It was-
8 months to get it.
I know.
Well, there was a fee for it, but it was in the contract. It wasn't an extra.
Right.
It was already included in there because they knew we were recording it. Okay, but if we tell them we're not
Don't need it.
recording it,
So
they're gonna
Take it
take
out.
the cost out.
Question for
Yeah.
Dick. So are you suggesting that we, put that on the screen behind the speaker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because,
We will use the
wait, I
speaker.
can't read this. I
Yeah.
can't read that.
Well, no, the screen,
Screen's gonna be
huge, and there's gonna be 2 screens, right? There's gonna be 2 screens for
Just
the
be bigger.
room, and it's gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out how to do it. because
Okay.
Either way.
It has to be bigger, it has to be a crawl, it has to be, they have to be
Okay,
controlled.
okay, so that's one other question.
We just don't.
I had a piece of paper.
Now, one question,
We'll figure it
does any Pels have a Zoom account? Like the expensive one, we gotta pay for. So.
We do,
Okay.
we have,
Oh,
I have
so-
one, and you
Our
have one.
district has, our district
So,
has.
so, okay, so
Yeah, we could use, 7890.
someone has it.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah.
Plus the fact. Zoom, you can
April,
upgrade
where did
month at
education
a
go?
time.
Yeah.
That room and then-
The private dining room.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to think.
PDR. Private dining room.
You know what that is?
I know what it is.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Okay.
It's right near the regular kitchen over to the right, before you get to the Starbucks,
Behind the bar.
which isn't serving.
So I'll do some work to get better way of understanding and how the Zoom will work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because I want to be sure we've got good control, we can change the font, we can do all the pieces we need so that it's visible.
How much lead time do you need for practice? So I mean, weeks, months?
Well, I'm gonna assume we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna do,
Okay,
and then we'll just do it.
okay.
There's 117 days.
Yeah, so here's my suggestion, the next in person, we do it with the caption.
Well, the problem is, well, the next in person's also our facilitator training.
Great.
Oh, forget that, can't do that.
No, but at least you'll
But-
have a practice.
But the
You'll
next
see it.
meeting, which is December.
Is
we'll
Zoom.
do Zoom.
It'll be on Zoom.
And do the
we can
caption.
have the
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
You okay?
And then
Now, the question is,
Person, we can do it
Yeah,
on the big screen in Commonwealth
mhm,
and see how that goes.
Right.
Yeah.
And go from there.
And
it
then
just gives us a
breakouts,
couple tests,
Yeah,
different versions before.
yeah, that's what we'll do.
And we probably ought to, I'm gonna look into some of the AI transcription. too,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I mean, we
you know,
can turn on
depending on
the
what the
AI.
software costs, you may have better control with that.
Well, I mean, you can turn on the AI and Zoom
Zoom.
too.
But I mean, a separate transcription, so you actually have the ability to really control what the crawl looks like and. you know,
Oh, I see.
you know,
Oh,
what the
oh,
font
as a
is.
the
different
font
option.
and the
Yeah,
size,
yeah.
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 I wanna be sure that you can read it.
Mm.
Is this one in Teams or is this another product? you use?
No, this is our
No,
Zoom
this
right
is
now.
the-
Zoom.
This is Zoom and it seems to be working fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
This is
figure
zooming, but but like
Oh,
we said,
did you just
when
lose them? or-
when you
Oh,
watch,
it's-
when you watch live television and they have, it's never 100%, unfortunately. So if, I know that if I have a hearing disorder, I mean, it's not great, but it's not out of the norm.
And you're able to participate where you wouldn't have been able.
Anything at
to
all, yep,
before.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Michael, ambassadors, was there anything you guys needed? Cause I know we were talking, you're missing a vest.
Well, I just recounted everything, went into the box, and we've got 19, which is, based on what we thought about this facility versus the
Mhm.
craziness of Newton. We've got more than enough.
Oh my God.
for sure. People, we're just gonna have to figure out, at some point when we get down to it, I was making some notes. How many buffet lines are we gonna have to cover? 4 buffet lines so.
Always, I
Okay.
need 4.
And then how many doors do we have to cover for?
Three.
There'll be
4.
3 doors.
So there's gonna be
open.
4 doors, but
For
you have the
Friday night?
control. I'll have control and Tom will have control. We'll have keys to lock them if we need to.
No, I
That's
just.
a good
We
thing.
need- But we
the
could use
people
4.
Coming in, we have to look at their badges
The
on
only,
Friday night.
the only problem we're gonna have is the 2 side doors.
Mm.
Because people will come in through the sides. We'll lock those doors. I'll make sure those doors
Other
are locked
piano.
and you just have the main.
But are they gonna do?
But
the
how
buffet
many
lines?
people do I need?
Yeah,
I was just gonna ask, where is the buffet line gonna be? Is it gonna be inside the room or outside? the room?
That's my question.
And
That's-
where is your host?
Where do you, well, let's put it this way, where do you want it?
Outside.
Inside.
Outside.
Well,
I'd rather it
sorry,
outside.
I have a
The
question.
problem with outside is you're putting more responsibility on exactly. There's gonna be people walking through and think that that food's for them too. If it's inside, you've already cleared them.
We have the
Yes,
whole
but
hotel.
dinner is tight physically.
Right.
The
You're
dinner
thinking,
buffet.
think about how much space.
No, I'm just talking about the Thursday night.
Okay.
I'm just talking Friday night, because Friday night's dinner
Is
It's
plated.
plated.
is plated. Everything
With the
else is
breakfast
gonna be
and-
there and everybody's gonna have a badge for them. What I'm concerned about is Thursday, the
Pasta
guests that are, the pasta bars, where people just think they could be in line and stuff.
People.
Many people that are in the
There's
hotel.
nobody else, it's all us. We have run of the house.
Except
Except
the,
the-
except the
one
extended
person,
stay.
which is all-
Yeah, then
That's up to, let's put, yeah,
If they're not, right?
they should be wearing it exactly.
That's all we have to see.
That's,
Yeah.
that's up to the, well, let's put it this way.
One ambassador at each line. at each
That,
line.
well, yeah, I was just gonna say, let's put that
Hold on,
burden.
You don't even need to do that. All you need to do is because when you enter that section, there's just.
The door's there.
There's an
door.
opening and all you
Yeah.
need to do is have like 2 people at that end, 2 people by the stairway,
Yeah,
and that's it.
one question.
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
No, I'm sorry. Are you doing a house of friendship?
Yes.
Yes,
In that, what's that gonna be?
in that area.
Great, okay, so
Yeah,
that,
I know in
that
the
solves a
past
lot of
they've done
problems.
that and it's.
That
it's
solves a lot
too
of
tight.
problems, yeah,
Yeah,
very too
too
tight.
tight.
So, yeah, so then you have a Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's too tight. What I am thinking is for ambassadors, there's that room there. I don't know, is there any?
Behind the
Yeah.
hidden room, it's like behind the Worcester
Right.
room.
Is that a good spot for you?
Trying to figure out who's
Yeah.
what.
Okay, near the grand ballroom, across from the entrance doors to the grand ballroom, there's like, a room.
Yeah,
there.
we used to do.
That's
registration.
where
Where
registration.
registration.
Oh, is that?
That's Rick, but there's plenty of room, because you and Louise are gonna be there.
But
There's
I'm
plenty of room for
thinking,
There's plenty of room there.
I'm thinking.
We had a room on the bottom floor.
I was just gonna say, you guys,
Downstairs near Warburg.
Downstairs, way down.
yeah, you're still gonna get that room if you want it. That's up to you guys. So if you want that room, it's yours.
It would be nice to have a
Hold
room
on,
just for
don't
the
get
ambassadors.
Yeah, if we have
Absolutely.
stuff, and then we don't have to mix.
Well, and they can
That's
put
where
their
they
feet
go.
up.
Yeah. We don't want those.
Yeah.
Just those for us.
Just agreeing.
You have 30 minutes.
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. Sorry, Bruce. Sorry, Robert. I was like,
He loves it.
I don't even really know what to do for plenary because I feel like we can't
There's
really
gonna
do much
be
until
advertising
all
and
the
all that
others
there
do
too,
their
right?
stuff. So it's like,
So you asked,
yeah,
Johnny asked the question, so we'll get that sorted out.
okay,
We're not gonna be in the panic of needing tons of people.
okay.
So I think
Because I know
we'll get closer and sort of figure that out.
Yeah.
personally from like our district, we got several that did not want to apply to be a facilitator, but they said, I would like to help out at Pels. So I'm like, sign up to be an ambassador. Like, so that's what we've,
We have DG and Ds potentially, so they aren't compelled, we've got some other people.
Yeah.
That was gonna be here,
Oh, good.
and stuff like that, so we know we can register.
But NDs is a good thing for them to have something that.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the ambassador. That's
They
what
are.
I'm-
Yeah.
Yeah.
now the ends on the other hand, forget it.
So the other thing is 7930 and 7910 have, according to Ron's list, you guys have all the flags that are gonna be up on the ceiling?
So part of our discussion last night is, well, I contacted our Sergeant of Arms and I'm gonna do an inventory of our flags. So, yes, so last week I ordered all the state flags for our areas, as well as Quebec, Canada, Brazil, and the US, and the Rotary. So those just came in, all the flagpoles, all that stuff. So
And
that,
those are staged, right?
those are gonna be staged. The only bad part about those, they're the screw in, like they screw into the base, so, but they all look, they look
Why is
really
that?
good. Because when they're like on stage, you gotta sit there and you're kind of like, screw it in.
No
But you're
one's
doing
gonna,
that.
no,
Nobody's gonna be
no
there.
one,
You're gonna do
no
that
one will
before.
care.
It's gonna be set up before.
We don't know that. We might do a procession of flag. We don't
Oh, you
know.
wanna march in with the
We-
flags?
I'm not marching it,
Don't
but
march in here.
to be determined.
But it's fine.
But as far as the international flags to be suspended up, I think we're gonna go with 50 total flags.
Okay.
I think I've got 50 flags,
Okay.
but we've
wanna
got
make
some
sure
7930's got some, 7950's got some. I wanna go through,
7950 has some as well?
Nicole says she's got some as well. I wanted to go through to make sure, one, that they're not damaged or all that stuff. So that's why I want to inventory and kind of see what flags we have. And then if we need more, 7930 provide some of their flags.
They'll have to be laundered.
Well, that's also why I want to go through and be like, oh, this one needs to go to the dry cleaner early.
Because they haven't been used since 2020.
Okay, yeah, because our Sergeant of Arms owns like a carpentry shop. So they're all in bags covered in sawdust. And I'm like,
And ours are in.
this is probably not the best place to keep them or.
And ours are in a must be.
Well, as long as you have.
Yeah, no, they're all wrinkly.
That you're happy with.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So we're gonna have about 50 flags, that are not involving the ones on stage. But then we were trying to figure out like which ones do we use. At this point, it's like random, whatever flags come up,
Whatever.
that's what's getting picked. But yes, we will have those.
The 50 nice looking ones.
We had suggested that it would be fun to have the flags from where project that we know of have been
Oh.
moving places like Ghana or
Yeah.
whatever.
Nigeria.
So Mexico and
So that's up to the burden, that's up to the burden of the district governors to make sure you let them know what projects you have, what countries, so we could have those flags.
Yeah, that
Anything
was-
extra that you fill in.
We'll need to have your.
You can walk in those.
There's a few that it's like, okay, if we know your districts are doing projects in these 5 countries, we're gonna represent these 5 countries. That way, everyone feels like involved.
Or spending money.
No, we have the flag.
No, we have flags.
We have quite a bit, but what we don't have, 7930 has, that we may not
You
have the
don't have,
same.
you don't have all the flags in very.
No, we have, I want to say we have about
No.
70.
But there's only so much room that you're gonna be able to hang it anyway.
We'll have an X amount of 50 flags that we will not purchase.
I would make a suggestion that we don't put the United States flag hanging,
No,
or the Canadian flag and everything.
What we said is
There's no-
anything that is not on the stage.
I'm just checking to see if you're awake.
Not done.
What I'm saying is I don't.
We're not spending more money on flags. We're not buying more flags.
but they may
We bought flags and
have to.
forget.
If they're damaged and things, we might have to buy flags.
Well, that's a district thing. These are our district
For
flags.
the,
These aren't-
no, I'm talking about the country flag.
Yeah, but they're property of the district.
It's not a Pell's expense.
It's not a Pell's expense.
Yeah.
No, but, no, the
The country
district hold them
flags
for the palace.
that are hanging from the ceiling
Yeah.
Yes,
are a district?
No,
they are,
No,
don't,
that's a Pels, that's a pet.
we hold them for pets.
Pets, yeah. But
so they're not
Those are
79
pet flags.
times?
No,
Those are pet
they're
flags.
a pet flag.
Oh, I didn't know that. In that
Well,
case,
You know something?
because I almost had our district replacing a bunch of flags.
Oh, they are the district.
No, no,
They are the district.
10 flag, all they're 9 cents.
No, those
No.
are pet flags.
Okay.
Those are our flags.
But, even if some of them are damaged,
Flags installed first thing Thursday morning.
It's gonna be,
So we're
gonna
gonna,
be Wednesday night probably.
with the
Oh, we
lift.
couldn't get in Wednesday night.
We can get it Wednesday night.
Great.
Okay, because we need them fully installed before the lights are put in.
Yep.
the spotlights
and that's what
are
Mark
in.
wanted, was for them to, well, Mark even wanted to come in the night before to set up, but I was like, we gotta get the
Wednesday?
flags in first.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make arrangements.
So what I told Mark is, our event doesn't start till 4 o'clock.
Right.
Good tonight.
And that's the hospitality or meet and greet. So really it's 6 o'clock that it starts down in the
Yeah, but
ballroom.
we need the lights set up
But-
before that. So it
Correct.
should
So
be, I'm
if-
99% sure we can get everything set up Wednesday night. This is completely different than Newton.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
when is your rehearsal?
Are you doing a rehearsal?
We haven't figured that out yet.
Because that's when you need to be set up.
Exactly.
So we are all here
Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
Well, the ballroom's not gonna be set up Wednesday night.
No, I know that, but I'm
You can do
saying,
it
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning early. You have breakfast.
well,
and-
once the,
Breakfast.
If Mark.
once the
8 a.m.
stage and all that.
That
stuff,
should
so-
be in.
Yeah, he said it only takes him about 2 hours.
Yeah, that should be in.
So,
We
and
did it all
when I
Wednesday
told
night
him
last year.
7 a.m. is basically our start time. So mid-morning, he'll have everything set up.
Enough.
The DGE
Ambassadors.
needs two
You have enough.
rehearsals, 2 plenaries, and then the Ns need a rehearsal, and the Gs need a rehearsal. NDs don't run on hangers up. Well,
Yeah.
they don't.
DGNDs don't have those.
We can get them. There you go.
Christine, what were you gonna ask?
So
Say that again, Dick.
it'd be best to have 2 hours of rehearsal for the Es.
1 hour each, or is it? You said 2 rehearsals.
1 hour each.
Okay.
But 2 hours for the Es, and then an hour for the Gs and an hour for the Ns.
That's not a problem.
And you want everything set up. So that as much, because some of these things you're gonna have to go through 2 or 3 times and going on and off the stage and figuring out all that stuff.
Yeah.
Would the Thursday afternoon be early afternoon, 1 o'clock?
No, you couldn't.
You could do it. It's cutting it close.
Yeah, okay, so.
But I would say the latest.
I was asking time wise.
If we did it at noon
Well, hold on now, hold on.
on Thursday,
Are you gonna be welcoming in UPEs as they come in?
but that doesn't start till 3. 3 is the earliest I
That's
think
when you're-
registration opens.
Okay. Have that
So if
down.
we did it at noon, an hour or whatever, or 2.
I would say if even you started to 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
and do 2 hours for you guys, an hour for the Ns, an hour for the Gs.
Yeah, they have to be yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So if you
just-
start at 10
Because then
o'clock,
we're also setting up the ballroom and
it should be all set up.
decor and all that
Oh,
stuff
well, I
too.
don't
So
know,
it's like,
decoration.
But the room should be all set by
I
then.
mean, if
that's
you
the
start, if you had 2 hours, noon to 2 for the E's.
Yeah,
2 to 3 for the N's, 3 to 4 for the G's.
and then the hospitality or meet and greet starts at
And
4.
Then, you know, that's fine.
Okay.
Because.
I guess like if we're already here, why would we do it earlier in the day, get it done with?
Well, the
and then
place
have more
may
time
not be
to-
fully set
Sure,
up.
if it's not fully set up. but-
Yeah, my big thing is set up first and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
fill in.
so, need to be done by, let's say 1:30 to get dressed and be at the front door, if that's what you wanna do.
Wait a second, they're
for
not
the
gonna be
president.
dressed doing the rehearsal?
No, you don't,
No,
you don't,
but
you
it's-
don't wanna see our
It's
outfits.
some clothing, but. they won't put it on fire.
Say, an hour.
2 hours for the E's,
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I thought it was.
12 to 2 for the E's,
Okay.
2 to 3 for the G,
Okay.
3 to 4 for the
All right.
N.
Yeah, I got that. I just, I thought I heard you say before that we need to do.
Two 1 hours.
2 1 hour session.
Yeah.
With the E's.
Right.
So, okay, so you mean,
It's gonna be back to
you're
back.
saying we can do them,
Back to back.
Back to back, okay, sorry, I thought, okay.
Can we start earlier?
Yeah.
If we're set up, let's do it earlier.
I'll make sure you guys are set up by at least 10 o'clock.
Okay, Christine,
Setting up.
I saw your hand go up and then go back down. Did you have something you were?
I already mentioned
Done.
to April and she can talk to me.
Okay.
And I'm not sure you're gonna have everybody done.
Well, you could also have like the one class practices while the other classes are setting up some of the rooms if they know what they're doing and then rotate around, but.
I think the.
Do we get walkie-talkies?
Setting
Yes.
up.
No way, really?
We're totally doing walkie-talkies.
There's gonna be walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
Why didn't we
well,
do that
that's,
here?
yeah, Andy,
Yeah, I don't know. have
Andy
to
brought
get
up the
to
walkie-talkie thing, which we talked about
Mm.
last time, and, is 30 seconds worth of searching?
Yes,
That kind of.
I shot for 30 seconds.
Amazon, walkie-talkie.
Oh, hi, friends.
The question becomes, how many do we think
Well,
we
I
really
found-
need?
Yeah.
Don't we have walkie-talkies?
No.
We never had
We
them?
You have to be careful that.
walkie-talkie.
The channels.
He was just commenting on the floors, they'll be fine. It's up and down
Yeah.
and stuff that
It
might
should
be
be.
tricky.
Okay.
Well, it should be.
Yeah, I mean, cause it's just really the 2 floors it needs to work on. I found a group of 12 on Amazon for like $300.
Oh, that's better than
So,
9.
so you wanna
Oh,
not
yeah.
buy FRS, you wanna buy the next level above that.
Okay,
Business.
Alright. alright.
FRS is 2 weeks.
I think we should just use police.
Because these are the.
Yeah, no, these are who are above.
Rob, you got plenty of walkie-talkies, right?
So the question becomes,
from
who
SWAT team?
who will have that?
Well, I mean, my
So-
thought was,
Registration.
Yeah.
Facilities, chair, registration chair, facilities chair, ambassador chair, but then the rest go to the ambassadors or other people
yeah.
who really ought to be carrying one.
Right, yeah, it'll be people who need
Mm.
Yeah.
to get a hold of like me or Mark.
I
or,
want
you
one.
know.
I think
I'm like, hello?
The plenary group.
The
So-
plenary crew needs
And
one.
that will determine how many you think you need.
Right, yeah, I was thinking like 6 to 12, depending on.
Well,
who-
there's a difference there.
Right, exactly, I was thinking 12, because again, like the ambassadors will
Right.
need one,
Yeah.
you know.
4 or 5.
So
Can't have too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If
And
you have
that's
4
true if you're just sitting.
ambassadors on, and then you have like me and Mark and you
Right.
and.
And then are they
Yeah.
rechargeable? So do you have to have one on a charger or?
Right, and
like-
you're gonna need a couple charging because they're gonna.
How long do they last usually?
Oh, hours and hours, yeah,
day?
yeah, we should be good.
Ah,
for
that's
it,
reasonable.
Yeah.
So
I also have 4 that I said
Who's
I
gonna-
can
who's
lend
gonna-
to it
do that.
happily.
You
Who's gonna do what?
find them and.
Oh, I'll
get
find them and stuff, yeah, and I'll let,
We get,
we can,
You guys.
yeah, we can part
yeah,
ways together.
we get plenty of money.
Open checkbook is what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard, we can just buy whatever, yeah.
You must talk to a lot of people in town.
A new subject, we dodged a bullet here for years. Is there any possibility that we could locate a Rotarian paramedic that will be part of Mike and Christine's team for the event?
For,
Just he'd be in the building, or she would be in the building, not tasked with actually working, but would be around on call.
Responder.
so,
Responder with ready.
I mean.
my husband's a doctor of athletic training, sports medicine,
He's
so
here.
he's,
Is he gonna be here anyway?
but they cover sports.
So
So
it's
the
all
afternoon,
stroke, most likely.
he is an emergency responder, but it's,
Kate Sims is a nurse.
Kate Sims is a nurse.
Yeah.
Are you
Things
comfortable
to
with
do.
people that have first aid?
Yeah.
Is she?
Oh, wow.
And she wouldn't
And I
have the
have
equipment.
life saving.
I'm shaded on first aid, but I could.
So many of us do, but
But the dedicated person.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Is there somebody 5930 or 10 or 7930 or 10?
I don't know in our district.
I mean, I can find out.
Yeah, you might sure what it'll work. And they don't have to do the whole
Yeah.
thing if we could get 3 or 4.
Cause I know I can get Eric for a bunch of it on, probably on Saturday.
Saturday. High school sports.
Well, Thursday, Friday, he's busy
Busy.
afternoon, evening, so it's
Yeah,
no point.
Saturday.
Saturday is his like free day, but then it's only a couple hours, so it's,
Yeah.
so I don't wanna volunteer him.
But that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure in the Rotary clubs, they have to have somebody. But we'll find.
The doctor.
Also, if it goes out to the local districts, and maybe that gets an ambassador for that.
You can, we had to hire one, we can afford it.
I don't think we need a paramedic, I think that EMT.
EMT probably,
It's all they need to stabilize until the rest.
so the rest of the ambulances coming.
Bruce, I don't think right now, cause I think we're about to break back into the other room here during lunch
You got
in a few
15
minutes.
15 minutes.
Well, he's
15
asking,
minutes.
he's like, it's hard to follow the discussion. Is there anything you need from me? And so-
Say hi to Suzanne for me, Bruce.
Yes.
I will, and I'll be around, so text me if you need me to jump back in and I will. do it.
Okay.
That works.
Well, I mean.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, everybody. Great job.
Thank you.
Anybody.
Rick had his hand up very nicely.
I can't see you back there. I'm sorry.
Oh.
All right.
Are you out of here?
Oh, yeah, I wanna be first at lunch.
There we go. Hey, last person gets lobster.
Oh.
You might as well, Andy, you paid for it. I'll be
Oh, wait, Rick, it hasn't been paid for yet.
They'll pay for it, like.
Do we have ideas on videos that we would like to
Well, that's
see?
what we're discussing with the speakers.
No, I'm
at the
saying
time.
for us, the DGNs, the DG.
Well, that's up to you guys.
Well,
You guys should have a meeting. You don't need to- I'm leaving.
no, I'm trying to get ideas.
When?
I'm asking, do you guys have ideas for videos?
For what though?
Retest song video that was cute, it was like a minute or 2 long in between something.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Like,
totally
they were
great.
like random filler video
But
ideas.
For what purpose?
Yeah.
Cause so like,
Multiple purposes.
like last year, we did, a video, all the current DGs, like talking about what our Rotary moment was, or something like that, when we introduce stuff.
I feel like we always get what's your Rotary moment. That's like a,
I don't know, yeah.
so we're trying to get different ideas of videos, cause
Well, yeah, no, but
we like to be
when
able
we
to
play, when we play.
more so the background, probably before meals or during meals, kind of mixed in videos here and there.
So, sorry.
I just wanted to be clear whether the education people who are responsible for all the, are they taking charge of finding the easels and? paper?
Every room,
We're not
every room
doing
has
that,
it in
right?
there.
Every room has it.
Gigantic boxes of, not the easels.
Oh, she did
but the-
Amazon Prime Day.
But the hotel's responsible for that. They're gonna set it up.
Right.
So they have easels and they have paper?
No.
No, the paper, the
They have the
paper
easels.
things, I already got it.
Okay, you don't have to worry about easels coming out of some.
Oh, wait a second, hold on.
bin?
April bought it.
Yeah.
Easels.
No, the paper,
They
the,
have the easels at the hotel,
Yeah.
April has the chart.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
easels
flip
they
charts.
have.
the flip charts, thank you.
We don't rent those?
I
We don't have to pay for them?
thought we kept those way in.
No, Newton, we needed them. They didn't have them in Newton.
Yeah, because I had to go out and buy
Buy
it
'em,
Thursday
but
morning.
the hotel has them here. The hotel has them here.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear
Oh,
what we were
If we
doing.
need-
was the-
If we need the easel,
We're not doing that.
I have it in the house,
They have the easels.
so.
It's 2 gigantic boxes of flip charts.
How big?
Like literally.
Gigantic.
It's
Giant-
boxes are
ginormous.
big, like 2 of them in my garage.
Watch your step.
So that's why I got
Social media kind of video idea.
So to your point about, we always get the rotary moment. So one idea that is occurring to me now for like short videos that you can kind of play in the background is instead of having everybody answer the question, like, what is your favorite? It's a quick question. What was your favorite service project that you
Yeah.
did? And then it's a 10-second answer from, you know, you get every single person on the committee to answer the question and you just video everybody doing a really quick answer. And then it's like a good inspiration
Yeah,
for the
we do,
presidents
yeah.
on the screen.
Mhm.
What kind of service project?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun idea. That's,
We have the
you know,
image.
stuff like that. And it can be different questions.
And then tie that,
different
get,
versions.
get video of people doing the service. projects.
Okay.
Now,
we can.
when we asked last
So
year
if it's.
for video actual projects, it was too late, all we got was crap. But if we say, okay, we want you to take video of a couple of your projects.
Yeah.
And we include actual district video
That's funny.
and district global grants. Video.
A good idea. And you can
And
talk
you can-
everybody's the question.
and it'll be snippets.
Taking some.
You only need- What do you need, 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Well, he likes to take 20 and make 5 out of it.
you want more video than, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert said we're all leaving.
20 and 30 seconds. If you-
All right, Robert, we're gonna mute and head over to the other room.
My answer is.
All right.
Okay, all right, so everybody's up.
Getting.
Mhm. Yeah, so let me get my stuff. So that I have some.
And some of them are delayed.
We got a video shoot to do.
I mean, also, I don't know, a lot of these stuff are pieces. You can
Yeah.
find nonprofit
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
so
it.
excited.
Did you learn your lines?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta find them.
You guys figured out you facilitated that?
Hopefully a couple of them.
Facilitated.
And we want control because we're gonna, we're probably gonna put the call on the top of the screen. But it's bigger.
Oh, you have to pick it there.
Hey, Mark. Mark, you gotta wait till the breakout summit when they discuss education and speakers.
You know, so
I did find some that. Put it in there, but we're not doing it.
You have any?
No, we're not.
So I understand that.
We already know that we're gonna have to tell our speakers to act. But that should.
How's your session?
Good.
That's a very.
You're unmuted, right? Yep. Joyce and Penny, are you okay if we get started in like 3 minutes instead of waiting till 10:45 or 11:45?
Whenever you are.
All right.
We cannot hear well on this one. I don't know why the volume is so low on this one today. Oh,
Yes, I'm okay.
yeah, now I can see that. Yes, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I will unmute you here, then I will mute myself here because you are able to, no. Yeah, you can all see. Let me unmute, and let me mute you here and just, I want to see if you can hear other things from the other.
Yes, I can hear. Thank you.
You can't hear anything now that you're muted.
Yeah, so I will unmute so we can hear everyone. You're part of it now. Great.
No, I think we're well covered, thank you.
Video.
Charles got free candy.
You can
All the old Halloween candy.
Right.
The company that you're working with, that's not a hotel.
No.
Because I know they have somebody in there. Back. I would think he really has a kick-ass.
I mean, mine is not bad. Our plenary session. 16 gigs. Our PowerPoint.
Right.
And that was just running off of mine. I didn't clear it. So half the memory
He
available.
said 16. He said 64. I know he does.
Right.
Yeah. I work with him. My stuff, he blows that away.
Right, so.
And his video cards and everything else are like, it makes me feel like I'm a kindergartner.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
and then, and he's Bill. I love that. He's gonna be somewhat busy. So we gotta get sure that-
I am definitely, I am already
Okay, so we'll talk.
looking at it because it was a dream of mine.
Okay, well, let's,
But I didn't mention it to anybody because I didn't wanna.
but I mean, Zoom will work. But it's not as good as that. And I don't think it's as easy. And you certainly don't have much control.
And when you do Zoom.
Well, I don't think Rice, Rice is the first, yeah, no.
That's.
Right. Well, I mean,
Are the most traveling woman I think I know in this world. You're always flying here, flying there, going here, going there.
No.
I'm just here. I'm just going here. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to stay connected.
You have family spread out.
Yeah, that was just a vacation and my husband's conference, so I said I'll go along.
Sometimes
Yeah, and sometimes it's family. January, when we are meeting, is my family, and December also my family that I'm going to Maryland. But in January, I'll be in India and Sri Lanka, so I'll be missing the in-person January. That's a big one, facilitator one.
Absolutely.
I'll see if I can join from there on Zoom.
I like watching your adventures.
Last time we had here, I was. Anyway.
Sweet cookies, they're too sweet for me.
But you can have it.
No, no,
I
no,
don't mind.
no, but I'm giving them to you. They're way too
Fine.
sweet for me.
That's okay.
They're way too
I have one too.
Bring them to you, hey, G.
Oh, thank
Think
you.
about it. They didn't feel left out. You know, man.
How was it?
Oh, so they don't feel left out. Yeah, you're my husband.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
You saw me, I thought about you, dear.
So how was last night?
Eh?
How was the last night?
Not food, bad wine, not happy camp, but good company.
Oh, it's always, always. Who cares about the other stuff?
Well, I do. No, but seriously, I had a nice, I stayed in Middlebury.
Huh?
Because there was a Polaris. Beautiful, yeah, and
Like rustic and very, like long kind of vacation home.
yes, and the Robert Frost, the poet, stayed there.
Yeah, Robert
Stayed
Frost,
there,
yeah.
yes, and then there was I'm saying, I'm saying that because I knew his name, but I was not familiar how important he was in American literature. Anyway, so stayed there, went for a little stroll, and it was smart. I was saying well, I was saying to Pat that it was easier for me to leave from there, take an extra night hotel, cost much more to the district. Because if I would have driven 3.5 hours and then 5 hours back, would have been exhausted. I would have charged them mileage, so I go charge them an extra room.
So you are charging the mileage because I am not getting any mileage when I'm coming here.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that.
So you are submitting to your DG. I can submit to Tom and then
Yes.
reimburse.
Yeah. I submit, I actually submit directly to to both the DG and the treasurer of the district. So, and I think he wait for the approval of the DG, but I submit it directly to him and directly to the treasurer and to her as a CC. And
Let me ask him if I can do that. So,
yeah, they don't seem to be forthcoming too much. You know what I would do? I would rather just ask the president.
let's ask her.
Hey?
Don't you ask her?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, from the zone.
Oh, yeah, so I would talk to the treasurer. The treasurer is not. But I would talk to the treasurer, ask her, are you supposed to reimburse, mileage? Allô, Philippe? Ça va, ça va, ça va? Je suis dans un meeting à Boston. Toi, ça va? Toi, ça va? OK, je te rappelle, il n'y avait pas rien d'urgence. Ouais, ouais. OK, ben je te reparle en revenant à Sherbrooke. OK, c'est bon, je te reparle quand j'arrive. Salut, bye.
Claudia, turn it on.
Hey, good morning. One, two.
Wait for a little silence here so we can get started with the program, so we can get you out of here on time.
Joyce, Penny, here okay?
You'll get to. I visited all three meetings.
Do you want to talk about plenary?
Everybody that's
Or do
getting
you
a
want
lot
me
of.
to?
Go ahead. I don't feel like having, I need to be more prepared than this if I address it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How you been?
The breakouts are gonna talk to you a little bit about how they did that. We've got 3 to go. We start with the plan and facilities. Johnny and April and.
I'll let Johnny handle it.
Okay, so we had another little discussion in our breakout. Again, plenary also requires a lot of information from the other committees before we can start finalizing stuff. However, we're gonna start setting some deadlines for each of the committees.
Why are you looking that up?
Education.
I don't know.
So.
Pressure, no pressure, lots of
That being
pressure.
said, we're gonna have some goals for our breakouts. We wanna do like 1-minute video introductions into different speakers. So we're gonna ask that whoever's in charge of coordinating those speakers, that we get a video that they either already have in their library that they would like shown before their introductions. If they don't have one, we'll kind of create one, but we want to know what their vision is to lead them into their talks. We would also want to set facilitator goals, like what is the goal of that facilitation? And then play a little 1-minute video before the breakout. One thing that we're very good about is accessibility. The testing out actually started out right now was Zoom and doing live captioning in Zoom. So we're gonna work with facilities and try to do a live feed to the speaker and have Zoom on the screen as well, doing the live captioning for that speaker. So we're gonna do 2 different things. December, next meeting is gonna be on Zoom. We're gonna be testing out during that meeting, and then in January, during our in-person facilitated meeting, we're gonna be doing it again, to kind of test out the in-person versus just the virtual. So Dick is gonna be messing around, and Dicko. Gonna be messing around with different things to kind of figure out how that works.
And Stephanie and Robert and.
Oh, yeah, it's not just him, well, it's gonna be a bunch of us. Rehearsals, we're gonna edit the schedule a little bit to add in rehearsals for each of the classes. The DGEs will need 2 1-hour or a 2-hour rehearsal sometime Thursday, so we want to make sure we get everything set up so we can break away. Right now, we're planning roughly. But if we can do earlier on Thursday, the better. Followed by us will then be the DGs or DGNs, each for an hour for the rehearsal for their sections as well. We're hoping to have that all wrapped up by 4 o'clock. That way, we're open for the district meet and greets. For 7910, 7920. One thing that was mentioned is seeing if we have and there is also a paramedic or an EMT available for the event, for any health issues. So if you know anyone in your districts, please let us know.
Who does not also, is not an attendee or
Yeah,
has some
not
other
an
role.
attendee, but, and they don't have to be here the entire time, but if they can do a couple hours on one day and someone else a couple hours another, something to cover. Some social video.
Johnny,
social-
what about a nurse?
Johnny, he has question.
Yes, Penny, that would be good too. A nurse would be great.
Okay, the current president of the Littleton Club is a nurse.
Go
Can you say
He
again,
said
please?
the president of the Littleton.
Littleton,
Is a nurse.
good to know.
So, Public Pet, has anything this year? Or Pell?
Penny, do you know if she's an attendee or? Well, no, she's.
I mean, she was there last year. She wouldn't be, but I'm sure if we talked to her and asked her if she could, come, she's very devoted to Rotary, so she might be interested in, helping out with something like that.
She needs to stay for the whole weekend. Room.
Well, she's
Yeah.
local.
Yeah, Andy keeps telling us to spend money, so he's,
Don't be afraid to spend money.
But be careful, because I need a new car.
So we're also getting walkie-talkies.
What?
So don't get too excited.
Some people are getting walkie-talkies.
So, Johnny, can I ask a question about that too? You're not renting them, are you?
No, we are purchasing them on property of NEPELS.
Okay, because the Westford Rotary Club has a bunch of walkie-talkies that we used to use for an event and we no longer use.
Andy's saying we're gonna order them from Pels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
New ones that work. More so for like the different areas, the ambassadors, just to get in touch with people. It's easy. Oh, now you want me to look at you. Going back to social media, looking at little video shorts, 10-second videos about, just ask people, well, what's your favorite service project? We get a quick 10-second response, and then also try to get some videos of that service project to kind of keep them to those videos. That's what I got for notes. Luke.
Guess what? We talked about flags. Just kidding. No, seriously, on a more serious note about flags, one of the things we're discussing is in the selection of the flags that we would like to pick, if you and your are aware of your district having contributed to certain service project across like Columbia or wherever, it would be nice to have their flags up. So we could do a little quick and pick. So if you know, get in touch with us and let us know where you've been doing your international project. We could select the flag there. There was also conversation about getting Mario arrested at the airport with the state trooper. I don't know, that's not how they put it. That's not how they put it.
Lost in translation.
Yes, lost in translation there. Now so there's a discussion about getting him escorted by some state troopers that is from the districts and
Because of the time restraint, he leaves at 5 o'clock on Friday
if we can
afternoon.
get some support that way, so we'll make a few calls, so that was a good thing, so not arrested.
Not arrested.
I have to remember that. Yeah, I don't think we should tell him, and then keep Victor in the back and get the state trooper to escort him somehow. But anyway, that's all for us.
Do you have anything to add to facilities? All right, we're good.
Okay, thank you to the plenary and facilities committee.
Good
Thank you, Johnny. You
Good job.
do. Going on to marketing and fundraising and technology. Pooja
Yeah. And Stephanie, yeah. You can talk.
and Stephanie.
Pooja's gonna do this.
Hi, Terry.
Did you have a question?
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Okay,
We usually bill for guys.
we try to discuss about so many things about marketing, how it is going, and the registration is the first thing. On the registration, as we all know that on 5th of December, it will be going as a soft launch or full launch, whatever we decide. The letters will go along with it, the registration letter and the invitation letter to all those club members to the clubs. So we wanted to see like who it goes to the congratulations to PEs, congratulations to the DG, or congratulations to incoming AGs or anyone they want to. And we all know that's like $100, $250. We did not discuss about that. The main part is the technology, how we are going to have them pay for it. Right now, we do not have anything in place for that, and we would like Andy to help us if you can, please. And Stephanie is using jot forms. We are doing Club Runner. We don't have Kuva or anything like we did last time. Stephanie is using jot forms for the people to upload their messages, images, or anything because Club Runner can have the form, but it does not have a capability of uploading the images that it can store someplace. So jot form is free right now that she's doing, but there is a 100 limit of 100 forms or submissions per se. 100 submission is already depleted because of the facilitators applications and the other applications that we had for different roles. Sorry. So there is a paid version of that, I think $350. So it gives us more capability. So I would like to request
Well, we're gonna talk about it after.
yeah, we will talk about that, how it is. And the method of payment, we were thinking, like, we do not want too many things this complicated otherwise. So we can have just a debit card, credit card, or maybe by check. The checks can be go at one centralized place, perhaps I would say Andy. So all the checks are at one place instead of coming to DGE and then transferring over to other place. That will be easy for us to do those things. And then we all have different degree of our things. There are like different kind of letters, one for sponsors, one for registration, and one for the honor messages. So all the people in our marketing committee, they are taking responsibility, and thank you very much for doing those things. So those will be updated and they will be ready to go out once approved along with the registration. Those letters can be customized according to their districts because everybody can put the district name, or if they want to tweak this letter, they can do that. That will be residing in NEPELS 2025 marketing, and there is a 25 marketing also. So that's that. I think that's all I have to say right now. Stephanie, unless you have something to say?
Got a question over here.
Yeah.
Question. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the members to upload messages and pay, what, $100 or something like that?
Yes.
So you could probably set something up in the registration system where they can upload the file and pay.
They can do that.
Probably.
Okay, and then it will.
Talk to me about the mechanics. So we'll see.
Yes.
Set up-
Yeah. That will be perfect.
Have a payment system.
Oh, nice. This is really good.
Captive audience. Right.
Exactly.
Get there.
Yeah.
And give them that extra link.
Yeah.
Which is not something we had last year, and I. You know, if they wanted to donate to the Rotary Foundation, but hey, congratulate
You're incoming. Yeah,
But-
wonderful. Thank you.
But wouldn't they be registering themselves?
Yeah.
But they would be registering themselves.
They're registering themselves, but they're leaving a note for their district governor or whoever they're thanking.
Next way, not making this complicated, either way, what Rick's proposing is a great bonus to us because we've got the letter. All I was looking to do was to find a payment gateway that also allowed us to upload their image and not have to create one.
So I think that's a great idea, with a caveat that if, when we send the letter out, we can send it to like the club secretaries and all that, because clubs may want to congratulate the president.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
none of those people are gonna be registering for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were
If
talking.
there's a way that others
Right. Well,
could do it.
We can use the form with, the choices, PE, so there.
Exactly.
Just one that's advertising or marketing. or
Oh,
something
okay,
like that.
as long as.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
people buying their own honor message.
Right.
I think Rick deserves a raise.
Andy said we have plenty of money.
Yeah, Ariel.
Along those lines over here.
Ariel.
Along those lines, I do think that the honor messages, it should be one option that's built in, and maybe it can be a conditional logic, additional screen to get that built in, but I think having a separate link that people can access directly is important in addition to, but if that's all available through the registration system, great.
Well, I think we can do both things. I'll talk to Rick.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna send out the honor messages of those options earlier.
Yeah,
All right, and yes, we can repeat it when they do their registration. But what Rick's proposing is probably gonna solve a lot of what we were thinking of trying to rebuild ourselves, so that's a good plus, thank you, Rick.
yes,
We
thank
also
you.
have a Stripe account in place.
And that was what
Okay.
Hoosier was trying to get to, is to say that we need a Stripe account.
We have one.
Yes, we do have it.
Done.
Done. Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rick. So we can do the Zoom, Rick, Stephanie, and you can do this, or we can talk now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we
Our
want.
intent was to work with Andy to get a Stripe account, which is done. Right, he's really good, my job's easy.
There, we did it.
And then,
He's getting a raise too.
yes,
Yeah.
or now we can work
Do the
with
dot form in the
Rick
next
as
number
well
for
to have
her.
a payment gateway, so we're good.
Very nice. Thank you. So I'm
Education.
done.
Thank you for that marketing, fundraising, and technology report. And now we're down to education and speakers. Two ladies right here, Emma and Nicole.
Well, that was part of.
Saving the best for last.
Stephanie.
Okay, so 3 issues.
I did not say
that we
about
talked
the sponsor.
today
We don't
is
have
we
sponsors
wrapped
yet.
up the final process for the facilitator applications. They are going to be selected by November 19th at the latest. And we initiated the conversation in regards to the facilitator training that we're going to have here at our next live meeting on January 11th. The second thing we talked about, which I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but the walk-in tech session that we want to have. One of the initial thoughts was to have it, the first session Thursday, when they check in, to have that available. And to advertise to the club president-elects that if you want to make, when you register at 3 o'clock, there will be this session available. If you have any questions, technology questions, come early because there'll be a space for you to do that. Laura is working on that kind of session and staffing and that kind of thing. It won't be the only session that's available during PELS. We look to have some on Friday also. Want to talk about the last thing? Go ahead. You did a great job. And then the final thing we talked about is the president-elect. Obviously, the content is the biggest important thing here. And so we've started that conversation and we're working on the final takeaways that we want to get from the sessions on Friday. And just to remind everybody that when we have our interactive sessions on Thursday evening, that is one of the 5 content sessions for PELS. So it's not an elective.
effective. So when we talk about this to our president-elects and assistant governors, it's gonna be very important that we tell them that we want them there on Thursday, not just for Friday. And we're changing the name because Thursday evening is, the focus is DEI, but the title of that is gonna be changing humanity. Engaging humanity, excuse me. And then Saturday, the same thing, we're gonna end with a final session, which is going to be about membership. And that's gonna be another one of the 5 that we want everybody to stay at, so.
I'm just gonna add, I know that there's a caveat about Mario. There's a potential hiccup in our schedule insofar as if the airlines decide to not work in our favor and he's coming from California and there's a hiccup, that we have Plan B and we have Plan C. So we will meet with plenary production to share all this information. But because there's a certain impact how we want to end Saturday morning. And the bonus that we have is that Saturday is going to be the last plenary, which the audience participation is necessary. Because we would like this to be transferred to the districts and to the clubs. And then it's going to go into a district breakout. So it's going to be up to the DGEs and how long we keep our PEs and AGs here. So we do have that wiggle room should we have to implement Plan C. So I know that was some discussion. We have no control over that. So we did really dive deep into that conversation. Sorry, you got your hand up.
I did just mention that the Thursday afternoon things start at 3 and all the marketing material I have seen, it says 4 o'clock, so you need to have a consistent time on.
Registration begins at 3. Registration is supposed to be open at 3. And then we were gonna go into also allowing this tech center to allow people to come in, go into the Learning Center, My Rotary, any type club runner. We want to be able to have a room for people to come in and go and ask these questions and have people in there that are extremely knowledgeable. Then we'll have our meet and greets before dinner. So there's going to be some flow in there, but we want to open registration at 3.
And the program starts at
And program will start at 4 in terms of the tech center and all of those things that we want to do.
And the
Yes.
district meet and greet.
And the district meet and greets will be for the cocktail hour and dinner.
And
Yeah.
that's not, I mean, it's not a required,
No.
the meet and greets at the tech, or, tech session. The dinner will start at,
The dinner will start at 6. I mean, that's really like, we want everybody there by 6 o'clock, but if they want to come early for those other things, that's fine. We're gonna encourage everybody to be there at 3.
Yeah, because as Emma said, Thursday is not optional. Last year it was. And there are 5 areas of curriculum that we have to cover. And the biggest thing is communicating, and all of us even sitting in this room. We are doing something extremely different this year. We're going to be more interactive insofar as we're using the attendees in the audience to be part of the curriculum on Thursday evening. So it's very important that they're here. It is not an option. So that is why what's happening during the day on Thursday is not required, but 6 o'clock is. So we gotta work really hard to try to do that and get people here.
A couple of things. So I'm gonna need to know how many rooms you're gonna need Thursday. How many rooms do you think you're gonna need right now?
That'll be an April question that we'll talk about later.
Not hotel rooms, I'm talking about breakout rooms for these training sessions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So the only thing that we really, it's just really just the tech, it's just the walk-in tech center. That's all we're really gonna need for Thursday. And then our meet and greet, yeah.
so can people go to this without registering?
I don't see why not. If you mean the tech center,
Yeah.
well, we have 2 districts that are nearby, so if you want to promote that, it'll be here as available for them to come in. I don't see why that'd be an issue.
At 3 o'clock, and they're doing this tech thing at 3 o'clock.
No, it's not a
The
fun.
tech thing is
Is
like
it
a
a
walk
free-
in,
it's-
it's for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
late. It's not like-
Okay.
No,
sorry.
It's the drop-ins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to
okay.
help people that struggle using these.
I misinterpreted.
Like,
that.
we're not having any sessions on Thursday. No sessions until dinner. There'll be no sessions on Thursday.
Oh, so you don't even need really, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't even need a room. Well, you
Yeah.
you don't need stairs or, yeah,
Just didn't wake up.
We'll coordinate with April.
Yeah.
good.
I got it.
Good,
The contract's signed, we're
Yeah,
good, Mark.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
you go play golf with Tom. We'll be
Hey, that was between us.
This is love language, for those of you who don't know, it's okay.
Hey, we know each other.
It's,
It's, all good?
Unless anybody has anything.
Nice work, everybody. Congratulations. If you are willing to do it, put your right hand out.
And put your right hand in.
Shake
Shake it all around.
Okay. Thank you. Do we have anything else on? Let's see. Look at that. Questions. We've had questions. Do we have more questions?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
I'm only the assistant ambassador, but as soon as districts know the name of your DGND, if you could just let us email Mike
Yeah.
or me or whatever their just name, first name, last name, and their email address. We don't, it's not their club, we don't need to know any of that right away. But if you could just give us their names, because we're working on getting the ambassadors together and working all that out. So as soon as you identify that human, let us know.
I don't want you to have that. That's okay.
Christine, have you worked out yet how many ambassadors you're gonna need, or is it too early?
So it's a little too early, but we did say that we don't want too many, because it's not fair to have people in a role where they're standing around with nothing to do.
Correct.
So if we get all 7 districts with an ambassador plus us, that's already 9. Right? So if we don't have somebody, or we identify one who's not coming, then we adjust those numbers. So we just met earlier at lunch and we're talking about that. But we need to know who those people are as soon as they're identified. One of the things we did talk about, you want me to use the microphone?
Yes,
I'm
please.
naturally very loud.
It doesn't matter.
So, yeah, I'm a loud person. So one of the things that we spoke about was that we don't want too many, right? And we're not gonna keep them in the same place the whole time, right? We also talked about that if we use the NDs, then they're paid for, right?
Yep.
But if we get volunteers like, oh, I don't wanna be a facilitator, but I'll be an ambassador, who's paying for those people, right?
Right.
Especially if we don't need them,
Right.
right? It's not fair to all concerned if we have people with nothing to do, simply because they wanna wear that beautiful vest. So with that said, we're working on it according to the layout of where the classes will be, all of those things, how many we need at the dinners. But the likelihood of us needing more than the 9 we would have if our NDs show up is very small. So please do not make any promises that you will not be able to keep.
Okay.
Also, just willing to pay for them, that's another.
Yeah, but yeah, the district would have to pay, or they would have to pay.
As somebody who's been an ambassador several times. Can you arrange it so that when the ambassador's job is not busy after that task is started or finished, that they are allowed to go and sit in on some of the classes or participate so that they can make their time useful?
I said one thing to Mike, who just met me over and over again. It has to be worth it for them. And all of our planning is so that I can fulfill my promise that I made when I was gonna be governor, is that if I ask you to step up, it will be worth it. So, yes, that can be part of our planning, but we promise you, if you put people in these roles, it will be worth it.
Yeah, I'll go to
The difference between this hotel and Newton is that the signage is great here.
Yeah.
So the room for the ambassadors is downstairs. They're basically reading the charts and saying, oh yeah, you're on, because most everything is downstairs. There is some stuff up here, so you need someone at the top of the steps, but it's very much easier to navigate than Newton going down to the basement or on this side or that side and them being squished in.
Yeah, we know we've been there.
Johnny, is actually up?
So I'm being told that I have to give a little heads up about this. The DGEs have a video shoot today for our next video. But I did find Luke yesterday at the Newton Marriott.
Play nice, play nice.
So you're not getting a sneak peek of that video. No, let's just say it starts with Luke in an empty parking lot. in Newton.
So he doesn't need a parking pass?
Not with a parking pass.
Yeah.
No, so the DGEs are gonna be working on a little bit of a video today, well, the next two videos, says we're gonna try to record one for January as well while we're here. But this one's gonna be more of, we've moved from Newton, we're now in Framingham, this is kind of the walkout through the hotel, this is how you access our website, our socials, all that stuff. So we're hoping to get good footage today that will compile that video and it'll be released probably in our December Zoom meeting.
Where should the DGE stay here to meet?
Well, we're good.
We're gonna kick everybody out and then we'll figure it out.
We know how to find each other. It's like radar.
Oh, you wanted something to say about
Okay, next.
Yeah, can we just say how beautiful all this is? Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, got it.
Yes. Thank you. Wow. You did a great job, Canva.
I have nothing to do.
You need to move the other side. There you go. Yeah, you were blocking blocking the dates. Yes, so, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Anybody else? Any questions? Don't want to get
Are we turning these in?
What's that?
Do we turn these in?
They come and pick them up.
Okay, lovely.
It shouldn't be Zoom, but it's the.
Are you keeping them?
It's our final.
No, you keep them with you. Okay, thank you. So adjourn. Ready to adjourn? Yeah, checking.
Good work, guys.
Okay, great. So meeting adjourned?
We're done.
Motion to adjourn? Thank you. So who made the motion to adjourn?
Oh.
Motion to adjourn, Johnny.
Second.
Over here, all in favor?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Have a good evening. I sent the second part of the recording
They're all
also.
gone. They're all gone.
Oh, God.